Anyone drunk yet?
Drinking.
I'm getting there. Getting there. I was late because I was making a Mai Tai.
I was drinking cognac. We'll see if I drink some more. My father-in-law is very into different boozes.
It's not a bad thing for you, I feel like.
It's true. I was like hammered on Christmas Day, and I was like, I've never been hammered on Christmas. I was hammered on one of those holidays. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Alright. This is session 2 of Assault on Thaeth, following the chronicles of a team of Goblin commandos as they have taken control of an elven port and are advancing towards the adjoining town. So, the way I like to do recaps is like to have the players do it. So, who remembers what happened last session?
Well... we had a series of spectacular failures while attempting to socialize on our way, as I recall. Leading to a desperate search by Opelius for a figure to turn to as a leader amongst the goblins. After several unsatisfactory interviews, he landed on Frankko, who I've definitely got some heinous echo that's destroying me.
I just muted Nas. I think it's, not sure how, but yes.
Not his fault.
Go on.
Green bars say your fault.
It's true.
Yeah, it's. Yes, it seems to. I think there's some kind of echo in your world, which is very weird if you're on an AirPod. Makes very little sense.
I think he's muted now.
Yes, but terribly mysterious. Anyway, so finally arriving at Frankko, who sort of yes-manned his way into the position as at least the one Opelius turns to when he tries to get things done. On arriving at the harbor, we were greeted by some dockhands that seemed to have no idea that anything strange was occurring and let the ship pull up and dock, after which we leapt from the boat and savaged them horrifically. Ultimately finding a cache of whiskey, among which there was, and some other goods, among which was a particularly old bottle, which we hid for ourselves for the future. And now we are moving onward to rejoin with the rest of the scouting parties on our way to the settlement. Yeah.
That's right. Of note, you did take one of the dockhands alive. I think even
Yes.
someone advised you to start hitting non-lethally, and you did. So you do have a unconscious, drunken elf dockhand. So, and before we go on, so we do this again. This is like a jam session or West Marches style campaign where people can come and go. So one of the people who came today is Jeff. So Jeff, why don't you tell us about your character Fumbar?
Fumbar is an alchemist who barely knows what he's doing, but likes to mix things together and throw them. He is on this adventure because he has nothing better to do, but, it gives him an ability to procure more things to mix into bottles and potentially throw at other things.
I feel like we're going to get along fantastically.
Yes.
All right, so Fumbar, you spent a week on the ship with everybody. So, like in the last session, we had some role playing that happened on the boat. You weren't there for that, but you were on the ship for that week. So during that time, how did you act and present yourself?
I acted very sneakily, procuring random bits of things from other people, stealing little pieces of things that no one would miss. So, not really big things, just little things here and there, and procuring them, and just adding them to little potions and whatever mixtures I have on my persons.
Okay. Why don't you?
Currently,
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
currently, now that I know there's an elven dockhand, I'm trying to figure out what I can do with elven blood. Let me look that up.
Yeah, you and Puck are gonna get along. You like taking pieces of elves. Why don't you give me a stealth check? So click on yourself in the token, and then you should get like a little action HUD at the top left of your screen. You can go to skills.
That's Frankko, Gerhardt.
You're over here. Yes.
Fumbar. Okay.
Skills and go to stealth. Let's see how stealthy you were stealing things from people on the boat, or if your friends have seen it. Oh, that's not that great. So let me look.
What? I rolled a +6.
Yeah, and you rolled a 6, and you add those numbers together, and you get a 12. So while you were stealing, Puck did not notice you. Even would have noticed you. Frankko would have noticed you. Gerhardt's not here today, but he would have noticed you. And Squirrel. So everybody but Puck noticed you stealing things from them on the boat. So how does everybody react to that having happened?
Because it probably depends on what he tries to steal.
I tried. Let's see here. What are some inane things? Does any of the goblins have hair?
Oh, yes. Puck has a collection of hair.
So,
go on.
Yeah. Yes. So Puck is a goblin barber who was received spiritual enlightenment while giving his first haircut, and then associates hair with what he perceives as an understanding of the universe and all of its intricacies, and is obsessed with finding new creatures and cutting their hair.
Okay.
So consequently, I have a lot of hair.
Did you cut anyone's hair?
Like locks of it's. We didn't actually get into how much barbary occurred on the boat.
I feel that's a huge flaw in our campaign so far, but go on.
But
so, was there any barbarian?
I would say you could safely assume that I had a collection of locks of hair from individuals on the crew.
Okay, so was I present? Yes. Let's say I was present during one of the person's hair cuttings. Who were you cutting on the boat? Whose hair were you cutting on the boat? I would like to steal their hair.
Or you guys don't get along.
Yeah, you're no longer friends anymore. Well, Puck didn't notice.
No,
so...
I didn't notice. If
Yeah.
I'd seen it, there would have been a problem.
Well, I mean, the hair's on the floor, right? So, like, would you really notice if I'm just, like, grabbing something off the floor?
Yes. It's a religious experience.
Oh.
But you got away with it with Puck anyway.
It's a literal religious experience.
All right. So whose hair did I steal? Is the question.
I don't know. Let me roll something. Let me roll something secretly to see. I rolled. You rolled very low, so nobody of great import. You didn't get like Opilius's hair, which is the hair in his mind.
Yeah, for now.
For now, he is the hair for now. So let's just say you got some of the goblins got their haircut, and maybe you have some of Orin's hair. Orin, the elf expert.
Orin's hair. Okay.
He has blonde hair.
Orin.
Oh yeah, so the elf expert that we brought along is in fact a complete douchebag. It would seem, and like our goblin, one of our goblin bards, basically seems to know more about elves than he does.
I see.
just as a side note, and that's whose hair you have, is the elf expert charlatan.
Okay. Very good. I'm gonna pick someone. Do goblins wear shoes?
They can, yeah.
Can I steal? Let's pick. Can I steal Squirrel's shoelaces?
Well, he would have caught you. So yes, you could try to
Yeah.
steal Squirrel shoelaces, but he would have noticed you doing it.
Yes, I want to see what happens. Yes.
And what would Squirrel
Let's
do
say I
about
try.
that?
I was trying to take his shoelaces.
Well, I think, yeah, it's Squirrel isn't necessarily upset about it just because he expects all goblins to steal from each other, but he's just very disappointed in your actual skills to do so. So he just looks derisively, pats his crossbow, and tells you to go away.
Oh, fine. All right. Shoelaces.
Squirrel having successfully stolen a pigeon from a carrier.
Yes, that's true. Oh,
And he
that's
did
what
it
I-
well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I pull out the pigeon. I'm like, this is how you do it.
Let's see. So he slinked away to try to steal something from. Let's see here, Frankko. What's Franco's class? What does he do?
Franco's a
Just don't touch the
swashbuckler.
puppet.
Yeah, he's a swashbuckler that has a gauntlet that he's named Rogan, that he uses to taunt enemies to kind of dress them down in the battlefield. He's also got like, a fishing pole and some rope and stuff because he's a swashbuckler, so he swings around and does things with lots of flair.
Let's see.
So when you go to try to steal something from him, he basically just admonishes you afterwards and is like, you need to keep rehearsing because when we actually get this show on the road, like if you're going to be one of our thieves, like this isn't going to cut it.
Needs. Okay. All right. I'm out of ideas. Yeah. Yeah. I see. Let's say reclusive. No. We'll just say I'm still a relative unknown for now. Mhm. All right.
Well, I've definitely made every effort to attempt to secure an opportunity to cut the hair of the live elf. And yeah, well, I mean, yeah, if Opelius is cool with it, then yes, it's you may assume that he can wake up with me in his face, cutting his hair. Yeah, sure.
So who's
Can
got
I
the
take a
highest
vial of blood?
intimidation? I feel like that's who we should ready in front of him when he wakes up. I don't know. I'm trying to look across everybody.
With the barbarian with fangs, I would imagine.
Yeah, Evan, or even
He could wake up with the fangs on one of his arms. That's
Did he see Nas eat the other guy? I can't remember which one this was.
He was there when he killed that dude.
Yeah, I feel like we should situate him in some situate the elf in some dark room and set even in front of him. Give him some smelling salts. Let's do it. Yeah.
Can I make a small cut on his arm and take some blood first? Yes. Do I have to roll for that, or does I just get blood? Done.
Little weird goblins crawling all over him, taking blood and hair. Well, a giant toothed one sits in front of him. I feel like that ought to do it.
Just leave it out. Yeah, put it here. I'll put it away. Thank you. Yes, I speak Elven because I've roamed in these woods enough that I've picked up some. Yes, and we got Evan, or Even. I keep wanting to say Evan. Even in front of him.
As he turns his head, Puck says, "Hold still."
And we
Yeah,
didn't tie him to the chair? Yeah, let's tie him to the chair. That way Puck can have his fun.
I shake the shears at him.
Yeah, we'll ask the questions. Why don't you tell us who you are?
Your hair tells us much.
Again, we're asking the questions. Gareth, who would have come if you rang that bell? How many town guards are there and where are they? Again, we're asking the questions, and I nudge Even to get in his face a little bit. Yeah, Even.
Sure. Where are we all on the start screen? I don't know. Okay. Oh. I'm bouncing around. That ain't so good. So even is not quite paying attention. He's staring at him, but not quite paying attention. And then when Squirrel tells him to sharpen up, he just sort of tilts his head and leans in, and he's got sort of this raspy breathing, and it's almost like he's sizing him up what he's going to do with him.
And cutting his hair, right? Okay. Okay, Garth, I want you to listen carefully because your responses are very important for this to go well. How many guards are there? How many watchtowers? And how many in a watchtower? Is there a patrol that comes through here? When is the next ship due? Where is there some book or something we could look at that would tell us when the next ship is coming in? Oh boy. Two or 3 weeks. Okay. Whoa, hey, Garth, what was the last ship that came in? There was a big one. What was it? What's in the Southern Islands that's so great for vacationers? Ah, I see. All right, and what were you saying about shift changes with the guards? All right, I'm going to look around the room, see if anyone else has any other questions. I'll relate in, well, what are we speaking in? Common? In Goblin? I guess let's do Goblin because he certainly doesn't know Goblin. So I'll just relate all the information to the rest of the Goblins. What else should I ask? Anything else?
Even just shrugs.
This is it. I'm not even paying attention. I have cut the elf's hair into a really incredible layered look, and I have kept a small lock.
All right,
we check
Frankko's
his-
also,
All right, I'll turn back.
Franco's also a little bit distracted because feeling the bad cop energy, he starts to feel like he needs to slip into the good cop role, and so he walks over and grabs some of the alcohol and starts to pour it into a cup. He comes by and he's like, "Can you tell him he's doing a good job?" And as Squirrel relays the message, he kind of just gently taps him on the back and brings the cup over, and realizing that the poor guy's hands are tied behind his back, he just gently hovers the cup over his mouth to see if he'd take a swig.
Yeah, I'll just I'll relay it, but somewhat sarcastically or something. I think you're doing a great job. Oh, it's Frankko. Oh, thank God, not for me. Oh, wow. There you go. We can't get him too drunk.
So, so after he does that, Franco will turn back to Squirrel and say, maybe see if they guard the woods at all.
But they what the woods? Sorry.
Guard the woods, like on the path to the town. Should we expect to encounter?
We know that. Yeah, I mean, we know the watchtower's on the way to the town, but he says there's, what did he say, 4 total watchtowers? What did I just say?
Yeah,
3 or 4 watchtowers. I spied 1 from the trees. So yeah, so I'll ask him, hey, how many of those watchtowers are between us and the town? Gotcha. Okay, so it's probably just surrounding the town, and we see the 1.
Do they? Could you ask them if they have patrols?
I did ask him. He said they only come here, but when a ship comes, but that they do have patrols otherwise. I can just ask him again. So, hey, did they patrol the woods outside the, beyond just in the beyond looking from the watchtower? Yes. Yeah, the guards. Okay. All right, so I'm going to lean in to Garth and be like, look, Garth, this went pretty well. I appreciate you being cooperative, but your survival depends on your usefulness. Is there anything here at the dock, in one of these boxes, in some hidden compartment, that is stuff we can use? I'm talking weapons, bombs, whatever. All right. And can I do an insight just for, or whatever the Pathfinder equivalent is, for just to see if I think he's lying? Is it just perception? Is it skills? The left side of the whole sheet. Oh, attributes. Oh, I got it. Okay. All right, we're going to leave you alone in here, Garth, but just remember, think to yourself, how can I be useful to these guys? And I motion for everyone to head out and just leave them tied up in there.
Wait, does he have anything in his pockets?
Oh, did we
Like-
frisk him? I wouldn't imagine he has much of
Buck
anything.
is sitting in the hair on the floor, like playing with it, arranging it with his fingers.
Great.
such a language snob. All right, so I'll look at Frankko, and then I'll stare back at the guy and shrug and be like, "Fine." That is no concern of yours, and then just storm out. Because Squirrel doesn't really know the answer except for all the stuff that. That should be a deception. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I can go relate the interview. Right, system. Yeah, I don't see any need to hold anything back, so I'll just go ahead and relate in full the readout. I did. Although now that I have the spyglass, I'd be interested to check it out again, see if I can make out anything further. Right. Not going to show him the hair? I'm sure you'd be interested in the hair you got.
Let's see.
That wave is thanks to Puck.
I guess while Squirrel is scouting it out, Frankko would either go himself or ask if anybody wants to help try to disable the bell.
That's smart.
Even would just go with you. He doesn't say anything, but he goes with you.
We just have to be careful when disabling the bell that we don't accidentally set the bell off.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Apilius nods and he watches you all talk amongst yourselves. And then Orin, the elf expert, comes up and he says, "And you left the elf alive?"
We did. I mean, he doesn't have to stay that way if you guys want to finish him off.
He said, No. I'd love to talk to him. Is he in an amenable state? Was he conversant?
It's a little more drunk than when he started.
He laughs. Says, I can work with that. And where is he? And he gestures towards that little cave you were in.
Frankko nods.
Okay. So Orin nods at Apilius, who nods back, and Orin wants to go talk to that elf. So he's going to go over there. And Apilius looks over the rest of you. Even and Puck, you're a little cut up. So he says, I want you guys to head out soon once Squirrel comes back with that recon. And he shouts back to the boat for Lin. He says, "Lin!" And where is she? Where are you, Lin? I'll just drag a new Lin if I have to. Boop. Lin jumps off the boat, and Lim is a gnome. And she walks over, and she asks Opilius what he needs. Opilius gestures towards Puck and Even, and says, "Treat their wounds, make sure they're okay, they're heading out to the front." Then Lin nods, and she takes some herbs and bandages out of her pack. And she's going to walk over, and Puck, assuming you let her, she's going to try to...
Puck will not.
Not let her?
No,
Okay.
he'll when she tries to contact him, he'll kind of hiss and skitter over into the crates over here
Okay.
and patch himself up.
Okay. Alright, Opilius puts his hand on Lin and tells, don't mind him. He's an odd one.
Frankko will walk up into his spot and say, like, I've got this little scratch. Can you do those too?
She nods. And she will try to use her medicine. Puck, I'm pretty sure that is not a success.
That's perfectly acceptable.
I'm pretty sure it was a 15. I looked it up earlier, and I think I'd remember it. But in the meantime, I'm also going to roll it for Frankko. So,
Yeah, I'd like to also get mine.
okay, you'll get you in your back. And Even, are you opposed to being treated?
No, even would let him treat her.
Okay, yeah, that is a failure. It is a 15. So Puck, you are not healed. Frankko, you are actually healed for double. I do have a button for this, but I'll try the button next time. So you actually get 4d8 or 4d8. So more than you need probably, Frankko. And what did you say?
I need one.
Okay.
What's the gnome using to heal?
A healer's kit, bandages and herbs.
Does she have more?
Incidentally, do I get? Sorry, do I get any bonus to? Go ahead.
I just want to know if I can steal a hero's kit.
You could try.
Yes, I would like to try this.
Well, we'll do that. Well, you're gonna steal while she's working.
No, she can do her thing, and then
Okay.
when she's walking away, I try to just take it.
All right. So I do have a button for this. I'm gonna mash it. So this is on Even now. And what were you asking, Chris?
I do have. I also have a healer's kit.
Okay.
Do I get any kind of bonus to my crap roll?
I don't believe so. It's certainly
Fair
not
enough.
certainly not a +3. So, yes. All right. So that happened, and they're done. Squirrel won't be back for a couple of minutes while he's doing his recon. Are you going to try to steal the healer's kit from the healer?
Yes.
Okay. I believe there's a steely type skill. I think it's what is it these days? Is it just
Thievery?
Thievery? Yeah, they moved it to thievery. There
Thievery?
you go.
Sure. Just click it.
Yeah. Okay. Describe how you go about stealing. So what exactly does Fumbar do as he walks over?
So Fumbar is terrible at thievering, and simply walks next to her and just tries to grab it and run away.
And she notices, and she very quickly holds it tight against her, and looks at you confused. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're taking her herbs and bandages. They're not even worth anything, she says.
But I want them. So I guess I just hiss at her and walk away.
Does she speak Goblin?
She does not.
I hope not.
She's speaking
Yeah,
common,
perfect.
correct. Yes, he does not.
Fine. I also just curse at her in Goblin, calling her a witch, and then skulk away.
She is not happy about that, and she looks at Opilius, and Opilius looks back at her and just shrugs, as if, they're goblins. All of you get the vibe, even without any sense motive or anything like that. You can tell that Opilius expects this of at least some of you.
Excellent.
And she does not look happy about it at all, and doesn't like the fact that you didn't get in trouble, in quotes, for that. It's not making her happy. So Squirrel, you go ahead and make another perception check up there.
Oh, okay. Well, do I need to roll for the climb?
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Go ahead.
Well, and so I am going to just explicitly say I'm using my climbing kit, which just gives, improves things if I happen to fall.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'll roll athletics, right? Is that
I'm
right?
pretty sure it's athletics. Yeah, yep.
Oops. Oh boy.
Yeah. So you did fail, but you were on the ground, so you don't actually fall. So let's see. It wasn't a critical failure, and you were on the ground anyway. So you just make no progress. So basically, you can try this until you get high and then critically fail, and then you're in trouble. So go ahead and try it again. Yeah. So you make some progress.
There we
go. Yeah. You can only go 5 feet at a time, though. So yeah. So this is, let's say there's 15 feet of tree here. So go ahead and make 1 or 2 more. 1 if you crit succeed, or 2 more. That is a success. So that's 2. And 3. So you're like,
Oh wow, look at that.
you're like 15 feet up in the tree. And toss me a perception.
Okay,
check.
and now I'm using. Yeah, and I'm using the spyglass, which I think has a modifier, or is it just 8 times? What was the thing?
I will look it up. 8 times further than normal. A +1 bonus perception checks to notice details at a distance. So both.
Okay, so we'll mentally add +1 to my perception.
Yep. You got a 16, and you can see further than normal. So again, you've already spotted the.
Okay, so
the
I'm
watchtower.
really. Yeah, I'm really trying to look into the Watchtower or, around the area of the Watchtower, really trying to investigate what is there.
Yeah. And you rolled well enough. You do see that there are 2 figures in the Watchtower, and they don't appear to be moving a heck of a lot, but there are 2 distinct figures in the Watchtower.
Got it. Okay. And I will just glance. I know you said the path is pretty wooded, but I'll just use the spyglass just to look and see if I see anything along the path, as well.
Okay. You do not. The path has nobody on it at the moment.
Okay. So I'll head back down
All right. Squirrel comes back.
and get some of that medical action.
All right, yeah. So Lin's still there, and again, you can tell like something has happened. Like her face is soured. Like you've spoken to her on the boat, even though we didn't do any roleplay with her. She's kind of cheery and tries to be helpful, and she's kind of in a very sour mood now, which is out of character for her.
Oh, was it having a successful thievery from me too? I look at Fumbar and was like, it was that guy, wasn't it?
And she nods with her eyes wide, like you know. And she.
Oh yeah, I know. He's not very good at it.
Fumbar sticks his tongue out at her.
She's not happy. She's like, why does he do that? What? And she gestures to the satchel he tried to take. Like, these are just herbs and cloth.
And I just say, yeah, you'd think you'd be better at it, right? It's again more about the skill for me than the actual intrusion.
Yeah, so she's not really connecting with you at the level she wants to, but she's appreciative of the fact that you understand she's at least going through something. And she is going to try to heal you. So I do have this magical button that does things well. She succeeded, but only rolled a 3. So you get 3 hit points. So, oh, you're full. That's good. All right.
That's what I needed. Perfect.
Fantastic. All right. So Lin finishes up, and she looks over the rest of you, and then she wants to get as far away from the goblins as she can, as soon as she's able to. So she walks away and goes back towards the boat to talk to some of the others. And Opilius looks you all over and looks back at you, Squirrel. Says, "See anything? What's the spyglass show you?"
Well, it looks like 2 in the tower, and I tried to survey as much of the scene around, but that's all I got. So looks like should be light resistance up there, but I guess we'll see.
He nods, and he looks back at the other goblins, especially Puck, who's now like hiding in the the crevasses of the crates. And he says, "You think you and your guys could take it?"
Puck peers out.
If they drink half as much as these guys, then I think we're gonna have no problem.
He shrugs and says, I don't know if they do. I'm not sure if that's just a dockhand thing or... He shrugs. Says, we can only hope.
Let's do it.
He nods and tells you, go ahead, lead your goblins up, however you want to get there. Take out that watchtower. I'm gonna... Again, there's only like 8 more people on the ship other than you. Everybody else was kind of dropped off along the way on the forests, and they were told to kind of sweep the forests and come up around the other side of the town. So Peleus tells you, like, take the tower and then head southeast until you find the town. So you can follow the path.
So
if you want.
you're not coming with us?
We'll be right behind you. We'll come up another way. We want to make sure we attack the town from as many different directions as possible. We want to just check a few more things here, and then we'll be right behind you coming up the other side.
Roger that.
All right. Anybody doing anything else before you head out?
I just wanted to see about potentially disabling the bell.
Okay. You can go look at the bell. And despite its glowing nature, it is not a magical bell. So the art is glowing, but yeah.
So I don't know if it's like hanging or something, or if the...
Yeah, it's a hanging
inside
bell that you like. It has like a handle on it that you can kind of just go bong, 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 kind of like that. So you could take it apart if you wanted to. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I guess you would try to, if it looked loose enough, try to take the middle piece out. And then
All right.
cut
So
the rest of it down.
just roll a thievery check to see if you... I know it's not really thievery, but you are kind of disabling the device. So let's use thievery, and you have to really do poorly to accidentally, like, make the bell gong. Like, you're trying... Oh, my goodness.
Can I hero point it?
Yes,
and re-roll?
I don't like that.
Everybody starts the session with a hero point, and you can use it to re-roll a check, yes. So go ahead and mark off your hero point. If you double-click on yourself on the left, there's hero points.
Do they carry over if you don't use them?
They do not. They're near the top.
Very good.
At the beginning
Good
of
to
every
know.
session, they yeah. So yeah, you don't you pick it. You begin to take it off, and you hear it like lightly gong against the side, and you put your hand over it and are able to muffle the sound. And you realize what might have just happened, and you don't fumble it, just barely. And yeah, so you take it apart, and you've now removed the bell from the equation. The bell cannot be rung.
All right. So yeah, he'll just go throw it in the water, basically.
Okay. Yeah, and you now also have a
You know,
pin.
bring it down.
Yeah, you have a pin that's kind of required for the swinging of it. But yes, you can throw it in the water if you like.
So he'd bring it down to Apilius to just show, you know, like, I think or at least our ship will be safe now, or safer, and then he'll launch it into the water.
Okay. Peleus is very happy to see you do this. It's good thinking. And he's like, I knew you guys. I knew you were sharp. You're thinking about a lot of things here. I like this. This is good. And he's looking over all of you, Squirrel, Frankko, and even. And then he looks at Fumbar and Puck, and he's a little less impressed by you three. But certainly Squirrel and Frankko have been showing initiative and cleverness he was happy to see.
I did like fabulously murder several.
You did, yeah, and he definitely respects murderers, but also you're like the weirdo who just hissed at his healer and go hit in a box.
Yeah.
You're more cat than goblin in his eyes at the moment. All right, so you guys are going to head out. Anybody doing anything else before we go? All right. So, are you going on the path, or are you going in the woods next to the path?
Well, so what I was going to recommend, because I am a tree dweller? A tree dweller, is that I have a bonus for scouting, for stealth checks in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking I would actually scout ahead of the group, being stealthy, and they would just follow along on the path. And basically, if I pick something up, I'll head back to them before, engaging.
Okay, that is the thing. So I was going to ask everybody, what sort of things is your character going to be doing while you're moving kind of overland through the woods or on this path? So He said he would like to be scouting ahead. So
Yeah, I guess I'm just discussing it with the group too about
Okay.
this being the plan. So I don't know. I guess I just naturally look to Frankko since he's been leading. Like, what do you think, Frankko?
Yeah, I mean, if that's the role you like to play, do it.
Yeah, I just feel at home out here in the woods. So
I can go too.
What do you need me to be? Should I be sneaky? Should I rile them up?
Are we
What's
are we assuming there's been rest with regard to?
yes, if you had
magic.
daily spells or whatever, I'm going to say that you get them all back because of the nature of our sessions. I'm going to say yes.
Cool.
Okay, so again, so scouting ahead is one thing you can do. I think even you said you might want to be doing that. Other things you can do, you can search if you want to be like looking for things as you go along. If you're a spellcaster, you can kind of repeat a spell. You can say like, oh, I want to make sure I have shield up when the fight starts. So I'm basically every couple seconds I'm praying to my god for shield again.
Puck is continuously performing the no direction cantrip, and the tiny hair on top of his head points north at all times.
Fantastic. Fantastic and useful. And you can also say that you want to defend if that means like you want to basically have a shield up or be in some way combat ready when things go down. You can also try to avoid notice, which means you're trying to be extra sneaky. And if you're doing that, if a fight breaks out, you can use your stealth skill instead of perception to roll your initiative. That means like you're basing how well you do in the start of combat based on how sneaky you are versus how perceptive you are. Anybody doing anything interesting or notable?
yeah, I'm definitely sticking to scout. So that's my mode here.
Okay. Even?
Yeah, Even's going to go ahead and be sneaking around, and you guys will be walking, and then you'll suddenly see him in the corner, and then he'll move and be gone.
Are you primarily scouting or trying to be stealthy?
He's being stealthy.
Okay. Alright. And Fumbar, what's Fumbar up to?
I am just walking along, trying to be stealthy, but failing. Terribly.
Well, you don't know that you're failing yet, but
Okay.
you're assuming you're going to fail. Alright. Frankko.
Frankko will also be stealthy, but it'll kind of be, acting it out, like pretending like it's this big heist sort of thing, like really playing it up.
All right.
Hand signals.
Yeah, exactly. The whole rigmarole.
Got it.
That no one else knows.
Yeah.
Alright. And you're heading towards the Watchtower. Alright. And you get pretty close, and Squirrel scouting ahead with his spyglass. Once you're able to get fairly close, go ahead and give me another perception check. And while you do, just make some notes that as you get more and more inland, the forests get thicker and thicker. There's a path that leads directly towards the Watchtower, but the trees get bigger and bigger and bigger. And these are lush, beautiful forests. And Squirrel, you are kind of impressed that some of these trees are like the biggest you've ever seen, like far bigger than anything you've seen on your home continent. And based on what you know about nature, these trees must be very, very, very old. And it's almost... Go ahead and make a survival check in addition to this perception check. Or a nature check if you have nature. Survival or nature will work.
Yes, I have nature, and I think my tree dwelling applies to nature as well.
Oh.
Oh boy. I hope so.
Yeah. So these trees look really, really old to you. You can't tell exactly how old, but again, they're taller and wider than things. They're taller and wider than things you've seen in the past. Do you need to do something?
Do you call
No,
attention to this?
That survival check was just was just for figuring something out, or
It was
or what?
It was moving through it. Yeah, nature is the correct skill. Nature is knowing things about nature. Yeah.
Ah, got it. Okay.
And what were you saying, Buck?
Do you make this known to the party?
Well, he's ahead of everybody. He's scouting ahead.
Yeah, okay.
So maybe later, but yeah. So
Yeah, and I think I'm just kind of lost in the awe of the place too, right? Because I'm really in tune with nature and just wondering all the treasures that might be out there to steal from it.
yeah, correct. But again, you do get this. The one thing you get is the sense that this is a very old place, older than any place you've been. And you move forward, and you rolled a very good perception check. So you take out your spyglass and you peer through it, and you very clearly see there are 2 elves in the top of the watchtower, and they have bows on their back, and they're not really looking out. You watch as they're kind of just talking to each other, and they're both like leaning against one side, kind of just talking. So they're not actively scanning the horizon or anything like that. And then you look around the base, and you see there is another guard sleeping at the bottom of the tower.
All right, I think I will circle back to just discuss with the group about what I'm seeing before trying to initiate anything on my own.
Okay. So he comes back, and what do you tell them?
So, guys, I'm seeing 2 up in the tower and someone sleeping at the bottom. How do you guys want to handle this?
Is a tower made of wood? Flammable wood.
It is.
See.
Ooh, I like
I say we
that.
turn 'em.
Puck asks about their hair.
You're gonna want to get there, Puck. Trust me. This is a watchtower worth fighting for.
He smiles widely.
All
I
right.
can probably get close.
Yeah, should we all just try to sneak up? How close do you have to get to start to set? Well, if we set the thing on fire, we're gonna attract a lot of attention. I don't know if we want that at this point. So maybe we all just try to sneak up and catch the sleeping guard first without being detected by the top 2, and then we'll try to storm up the watchtower. What do you guys think?
Even nods.
Anybody else? All right.
All right.
Fumbar
Let's do
is
it.
divisibly disappointed we're not burning things.
Your time will come. Your time will come.
Okay. So everybody, in your sheet, so double-click your token or open up your sheet, and on the left side, kind of in the middle, there's a box that says Initiative, and it has Perception selected by default. If you are trying to be sneaky, you can set that to Stealth. And then if I ever roll your Initiative, it'll use your Stealth ability instead. So go ahead and
Okay.
tweak that if you want. Let me know when you're done.
What am I?
Oh,
What are we doing?
and how long has this
Done.
journey taken to get to the watchtower? Are we there in the same day, or?
Oh yeah,
is
certainly.
the-
Yeah, it's
Oh,
less.
okay,
It's,
okay. Not
it's
that
less than
far.
the town is only like 3 miles on this path, and the watchtower is maybe like 1.5.
Got it. Okay.
So Jeff, like I was saying, if you double click your token and you open it, on the left side of it in the middle, like on the big kind of bannery part, there's an initiative box and has perceptions by default. If you click on that, you can select different skills. So if you're trying to be sneaky and you're better at stealth than you are at perception, you can select stealth. And then when I roll your initiative for the fight that may or may not happen in a couple seconds, then you
Okay.
will use your stealth in the initiative.
Sure.
All right. So you get there. And what do I do with this? Where is...
My sister-in-law just asked my daughter, "Why are you being difficult?" And she says, "Because I'm crazy."
Don't you know she's loco?
Tracks.
Alright, so I am activating another map. Let me know when it loads for you.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Alright, so I think I have everybody here. Yeah, you're all kind of here. You can line up however you want. I'd like to have you establish a marching order, but I guess since you're being sneaky at this point, you can kind of set up wherever you want. Let's just say anywhere in these, like, here and behind.
Yeah. What's the most crevasse? Like we have some tangled branches.
Oh yeah, certainly, yes. This
Yeah.
tree here definitely has gnarled branches and roots that you could sneak into.
Yeah.
And you do believe that there are some things here that you could take cover behind and kind of wedge yourself into if you wanted to take cover from arrows.
Can we climb trees?
You can climb trees if you like to try. You need to make a climb check, but yes.
Let's see here. Where am I? How far can I throw?
And how high up are the guys on the top of the watchtower?
I believe it's 15 feet high, just like the tree you were on.
Okay. So while you said that the other trees are huge, but by comparison, this watchtower not as big.
Correct, yes.
Is that right?
It's not towering over those giant trees. So again, not all of the trees are huge, but you've seen many that are larger. Like you saw a couple and you're like, wow, that's a really big tree. And then you look around, you notice, wow, there are a lot of really big, thick trees here. And it was kind of astonishing to you, and you couldn't make much sense of it. Who did that?
Sorry, that was me. What'd I do?
You drew a template. I'll delete it. That's fine. That ruler is a template tool, not a measuring tool. If you want to measure, you go to the person thing at the top, and then there's a ruler in the second bar. It's like a sub bar or whatever you want to call it.
I see.
Okay, so you guys can set up any way you want in the towers. Oh man, someone else did it now.
Whoa.
I did it.
Is that me?
Sorry. I thought I was picking the right
No,
one.
Yeah,
okay, I don't think I thought it was fine.
the T square or whatever, the corner square is not a measurement thing, despite what it would let you believe. It's like drawing templates on the map. Okay, so go ahead and set up anywhere in those bushes, and let me know what you want to do. So, everybody roll a stealth check, because I guess you were all being stealthy, so go ahead and roll them. And I think I can also just make these be your initiative, which is pretty cool. So if I select all of you, and I go... Combat state. Alright, so I can now just mash those buttons, and they become your initiative, I believe? Didn't look like that worked, so I'll have to try it again in a second. Yes. So Puck was not very stealthy at all. Let's see. I'll roll... There you go. I'll roll 2 perception checks, and they have a big penalty on this because they are not paying attention as much as they should. But a 6 is still a 6. Yeah. So everybody else is hidden. Yeah, everybody else made it. Oh, actually, you just go. The way it works is you go against their passive perception. Yeah, everybody but Puck is still hidden.
Puck gets caught trying to wedge himself into a rope and swears.
Yeah, okay. Let's say you get a little ahead, Puck. Go wherever you want to go, wherever you were trying to do a wedge, and then that's where you can be. And everybody else is where they are. And then let's see if I can match this thing for initiative.
I was just gonna cram into that the tree you said over here.
Okay.
That was
Fair enough.
unless there's a better tree.
No, that's a solid tree.
All right.
There's a little button there that says use this for initiative, and it's not working for me, which is very unfortunate. I'm gonna have to manually enter these, or just re-roll them. Oh, manually enter them though. So even you got a 12, yeah. 12. 12. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'll have to figure this out later. Frankko, what did you get? 21. All right. All right. Fumbar got a 20. And Squirrel got a 12.
Although it is, we're still in the forest, so I feel like my +2 should apply. Still,
I would agree to that. Sure.
So it should be 14.
Sure, I could do that.
Nice.
Forest, no, or goblin, and yeah. Then I roll, and all right. Let's just say that they were surprised though, so they lost their first turn, and it is Frankko's turn. And if you right-click on the fist at the top right near the chat, it opens up the kind of the initiative tracker if you want to see that, if you care what's going on, so you know who's up next. So Frankko is going, and Fumbar, you are on deck, and the peaceful elven music is going to become not so peaceful.
All right. Well, I think Frankko will probably just try to triple move in between the trees to start making his way towards the back of the tower. So let's see. Let's say that's probably one. And then he'll scurry out into this bush. And maybe like tumble behind the log. I can do a check for that if you want. Up to you.
No, if you're just doing it for flavor, you can go ahead and do it. If you're trying to do something statistically,
No, it's just for he's still in his
Yeah, Mission Impossible
he's
theme.
still in his
is playing.
exactly
yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's fine. You're good.
And then he'll just keep moving along over here.
All right. And you weren't trying to be stealthy, but you were moving your normal speed, kind of just running through things.
Yeah, I mean like light-footed and
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, but you're visible
But,
while
yeah.
you're doing it. Yeah, okay. Fumbar,
Each action you do how far with each action?
you have a 25-foot move.
You must
Okay.
be sneaky.
Unless you want to be
basically
sneaky, you're correct.
Okay. So my overall goal is to get on the north side of the tower, so I'm going to kind of move over here.
Sure.
Ish. Okay, so which button do I push to move?
Well, click yourself
Drag
and
button?
drag, yeah. And it should show you with colors. The first will be your color, and then does it change color
Perfect.
for you? Does it show you like what 2 moves is?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Did I move? Am I?
I didn't see you move. No, did you use the ruler instead of the moving thing?
Ah. This one move? Is it the target one? No.
It's the top one,
Yes.
yeah, the top
No.
one.
Bracket, the 4 brackets.
Correct.
Brackets. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, sorry. Target was oddly. Yeah, agreed. So go ahead and move. And do you use 3 moves to get there?
Yeah.
Did notice how hard goblins are to see on the grassy maps.
Yeah.
Until you disappear into those trees. All right.
Yeah.
So the town guard is just now being like alerted. So basically, they thought they had kind of heard in the distance Puck kind of crunched through some leaves. They didn't see him, and then they watched as Frankko darted and tumbled near the logs to the south. So they are now one of them like they start talking like, "Hey, did you see that?" And one of them grabs their bow off their back, but they still haven't acted yet. Squirrel.
Okay, I think I will move stealthily, which is half speed, right?
I think it's even less than half speed.
Or is it?
Let me see.
It's half.
It's exactly half. Okay, there you go. Sorry.
Okay, and I'm looking for some cover, so if I move here at half speed, that's 2 actions to get... oops, you can't see yet. I gotta take off the ruler, don't I? Oh boy. How do I
What's
take
the
off
hotkey to
ruler?
make a little like ping on the map that everybody can see?
Ah, there we go.
Click
Just
and
hold down your mouse. Like right click and hold.
Yeah, that up there, you said was like good cover, right? For the that would be valid.
Yes, you
even
can
with
hide
the
like
dude at
behind
the
these
top of
rocks.
the Watchtower.
Yeah. If you got close to it, you actually have to take an action to take cover. So you get a little bit from regular just being behind cover, and if you actually use an action, you gain even more.
Okay, so first of all, I use 2 actions to move 25 feet, and I am trying to do it stealthily. Do I have to roll for that?
Yes, I believe you roll a stealth check.
All right. So.
Sorry.
Okay.
Against their passive perceptions, yeah, they don't seem to notice you. They don't seem to be reacting to you. Again, they're definitely on alert, especially as Frankko tumbled away, but they don't seem to be looking in your direction as they're talking. And the one on the ground is still
Okay, and then-
asleep.
Okay. And can I just assume I had loaded my crossbow, considering I knew we were going into combat?
Yes,
or
correct.
Should
Yeah,
I use?
you would certainly have done
Okay.
that. I would have. Yeah.
All right. So then I will do hunt prey on. We'll do the one closest to me in the tower. So this
Okay.
guy. Oops.
Okay. And did
Hold
you
down.
did you have to move twice
There we
to
go.
do your stealthy thing? So you moved twice and hunted.
I'd moved twice and hunted. Those are my 3 actions.
All right. Even.
So Joe,
Yeah.
stealth, how does that work? I have to, if I come out of hiding, I have to use a hide action somewhere?
You use this. It's called sneak. Right? Is there a hide action?
Yeah.
Oh, how does that-
Well, there's an action to hide, but so long as I sneak, like you have to be in cover, but very sneaky makes it so I don't have to do that except at the end of the turn. Correct?
Yeah, so hide is a single action. You huddle behind cover or greater cover, deeper to conceal, come hidden rather than observed. Yeah, so basically they lose sight of you. Even if they see you walk there, if you use this ability and it's a valid use of it, they completely lose sight of you and just know you're in the square but have penalties to hit you.
Okay, so with very sneaky, instead I just move to cover, and if they don't see me sneak, then I don't have to hide, correct?
Oh, is that what it says? Let's see. You can move 5 feet further when you take the sneak action up to speed. In addition, as long as you continue to do sneak actions and succeed at your stealth check, you don't become observed. Yes. If you don't have cover, yes. Yes, correct.
Okay. So even in sort of it's me, yeah?
It's you,
It's
sorry.
me, yeah, Joe?
Yeah, sorry, I missed
Okay.
that, yes.
So even inexplicably walks out in the open, and he seems to be walking normally, and you watch as he sort of like jerks and stops and keeps moving, and then jerks and stops and keeps moving, and then jerks and stops and keeps moving. And they don't seem to notice him moving around.
Well, you need to make a stealth check, yeah.
We'll see. Yes, I'll make a stealth check.
They
Well,
might
we'll
seem
see
to
if they-
notice
We'll see if they notice me.
We'll see.
Yeah. But they don't notice me when I'm out
Vin's
in the
very
open, which is important.
So as you finish that, they definitely are aware that you're over here.
Oh, fantastic.
So again, you did your weird stutter step, and they didn't seem to notice you. But as you got into cover, you rustled the branches enough that they are aware of you.
Irritating. Okay.
Puck.
Puck, upon seeing that he's been noticed, kind of spits at the elves and then scurries over into the rocky area over here and takes cover.
All right. And now we're back to the top. So Town Guard 2, they are now fully aware of what's going on. They definitely see Frankko. They sort of see Even. They do not see Squirrel. And Puck's taking cover. So this one's going to turn, and he's going to try to shoot at Frankko, I think. So he has a bow, and he doesn't... You just fire it. You don't need to load it. So he just shoots a bow. 12 is not going to do it, right, Frankko? No, it's not going to do it. So he takes a shot at you. It whiffs into the area behind you, and he takes a second shot with his bow. And whiffs again. And he spends his third action shouting for Town Guard 3 to wake up. Town Guard 3 is unconscious and on the ground. We lost Frankko. Hopefully he comes back. Town Guard 3 is on the ground. He's going to make a sleepy perception check with a penalty. He stays asleep. He did not wake up from the shouting. And we're back to Frankko. Did we lose Chris too? Are we losing a bunch of people?
Both girls like get their stuff.
You got their stuff? So Fumbar, you can go while we're waiting for Frankko, I guess, because at least until the NPCs go. So what would Fumbar like to do?
Fumbar would like to continue moving to flank.
Mm-hmm.
And come on. They'll respond eventually. And I'm now in these bushes.
Okay.
Or trees, whatever they are.
And that was a triple move stealthily, so that's like 3 half moves, or how far did you move this there?
70 feet.
Okay, so you can't use
Like-
stealth. Basically, you're just booking it and getting into the trees, hoping that the cover of the trees helps. But you are now
Yes.
plainly visible. Frankko said his internet went out. He would try to get a hotspot if need be. Oh, he's coming.
Oh man, Virginia has internets and cut.
You back, Jeff? All right. Let's just go for now that Town Guard 1 is going to be shooting at Even, who he saw. So we'll skip Frankko for now. Hopefully he comes back. And Town Guard 1 is going to shoot at Even. You do have cover. And he misses horribly. So he's going to take his second shot. Misses horribly. Is that a critical miss? That is a critical miss. He missed by 10 or more. So his second shot failed him. And, oh, there is a fumble roll built into the thing. Yeah, right there. I hit the down. So this is a ranged fumble. He rolled insecure. You take a -1 circumstance penalty to attack rolls until you score a critical hit. So he shoots twice. The first one misses pretty wildly, and the second one he actually snaps the bowstring back on his arm, and the guard caught it, so he didn't hurt himself, but he's definitely shaken and scared. You back, Frankko? I saw noises coming from you. You were green.
Oh,
Hey, buddy.
there he is.
Yeah, Franco's back. We skipped
Sorry
you, but
about
you can
that,
go.
guys.
Yeah, what's up?
That tumble set you back a bit.
I just need to get back on the VTT. Hang on.
All right. So we did skip you. Fumbar went, and I had a Town Guard go. So the Town Guard missed once and critically missed another time, and is afraid. And in his fear, he begins fumbling in his pocket, and I'll roll a d20 to see if he fumbles. No. So he's fumbling around in his pocket, and he pulls out something. You can make a perception check to see if you see what he pulls out.
Who can?
Anybody
who can make-
I'd say anybody, yeah.
Well, I'm hunting him, right? Town guard
No,
one.
it's the top
that's
one.
this
You were hunting
one,
the
right?
bottom one, yeah.
Oh, it's the top one. Oh, all right.
Frankko, you cannot make out what he took out of his pocket. And you can also go now, Frankko, if you want, while everybody else makes perception
Okay.
checks.
So
Where is perception?
It's under attributes instead of skills.
you said. So wait, one of them shot at me.
Yes, the one in the south shot at you and missed 2 times.
Okay, and one of them critically missed. Did something happen?
The
that we saw?
top one shot at Even. He missed and then critically missed, and he basically hit his own armband, his forearm guard, with his string, and is like visibly shaken.
Okay. Right. Well, Franco's going to sort of continue in that same mode of he thinks he's still being all sneaky and Rambo style, so he's still moving in between the trees. So you see him as he darts over here, and then he darts over here, and then I guess from the bush will throw a star knife out at the guy who shot at him.
What's the range on a star
So-
knife?
That's a good question, actually. What is that?
20-foot range thrown, and they're 15 feet up, but we don't do trigonometry in Pathfinder, so.
Okay, well that's fine. And then he'll keep moving along. Let's say
Okay.
he gets down here and tries to like position himself,
Go sneak up
like,
against
under
the column.
He's not being
like tries
sneaky
to,
though.
he'll just go like kind of on the other side of the column so that he's under the tower, so they can't just like shoot down at him basically.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Like, he'll take cover underneath, if that makes sense.
Yep. So you do that, and even you rolled well enough. You saw that the guy, Town Guard 1, has pulled a whistle out of his pocket, and he's fumbling with it. He has not gotten it to his mouth, but he has some kind of a whistle. And Town Guard 2, seeing Frankko do all this, he's shouting in Elven that they're coming. They're at the ladder, and they're shouting. And Town Guard 3 still hasn't woken up yet. Squirrel.
So Puck shouts, whistle, 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 like shouts and points at the guy with the whistle.
Okay, so yeah, even though I have hunted the other one, I will actually take a swipe at the one with the whistle, right? This one. So this will just be without my hunter bonuses,
Okay.
right?
Sure.
So, so I'll take a shot with the crossbow.
That is not good enough.
It is not good enough.
That is not.
Okay, and then I will.
All right, hero point, called shot for the whistle.
Okay, so I will reload and should I try one more time? Yeah, I'll try one more time.
All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, that is a critical miss. So.
And so where do I?
I
do the fumble,
I can
or
show you what it is. It's this, and you click on that, and it should tell you, backfire. You hit yourself instead of the target.
Jesus.
Go ahead and roll
Thank
damage.
goodness I wasn't hunting myself.
Yeah, at least you don't get all the bonuses.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just roll an attack roll.
We'll go to
Is that
strike
right?
and go to the damage button down there near the crossbow.
Or crossbow.
4. There you go. So you take 4 damage. Wow.
Got it.
All
Okay,
right.
well that was my last action. I don't know how you hit yourself with a crossbow.
I don't know, like you sneeze while you're taking a shot and nail yourself in the calf. Even.
You're loaded.
I loaded
like,
the bolt really badly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even.
Steven's just gonna move and rage and bite the guy who's down.
Yep.
Sleeping guy.
Yeah, he is still unconscious and all those awesome things.
How do I drag it to my god? No. I have to go into the sheet to drag it on.
To drag what on?
Rage. How do we do that? I forget how to do it.
Can you just click it? If you go to features rage, does it do it automatically? I'm not sure if it adds
Go
the
to
buff.
action rage features.
I think it's features. I see it under features. Oh, it's under actions too. If you click it, does it do anything?
Oh,
Oh,
that's a reflex
try
save.
again. Yeah, so drag effect
I
rage onto your
dragged the
token.
effect.
Yeah, the little
Thank you.
suitcase. And there it is. Boom, you got hit points, you got strength. So it was one move to get there, and then what do?
And then just bite some face.
Yeah, that's a hit.
He's out. Do I crit?
I'm checking that now. I know he counts as being flat-footed when you're unconscious. I don't know if anything else stacks with that, but let's go with no for now until I figure it out. -4 penalty to AC. That's what I'm looking for. So, you rolled a 20. That is not a crit. No. Yeah. All right. So he takes 9 damage. And he wakes up shrieking as you bite him, apparently. And you have another action if you want it.
No, rage is an action, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Apologies. Good call.
No worries.
Puck.
Can I scrabble up this rocky area?
It is an athletics check, yes, but there are ample footholds. Yes, you succeed.
So where does that get me to?
You can get all the way up.
Action.
Let's say one action was 10 feet to do that, because it's not like you're not climbing a steep wall. It's kind of just scrambling upwards. You got
Cool.
That was 1.
Tragic. Can't go anywhere cool.
You should be an elf. They can move
Good.
30 feet.
Yeah, could I take cover in this bush
Yes.
or this tree?
Yes, if you use an action, you get behind some branches and you can take
Yeah.
cover. Yeah.
All right, doing so.
All right. Town Guard 2 goes, and he didn't like that Frankko was coming up behind him, but this other goblin ran out, so I don't know what he wants to do. I think...
But the screams probably attract some attention.
Yeah,
right?
I kind of agree that he's going to like lean over and aim at Even. He's going to take his bow and try to shoot Even. A 22 will hit you.
Oof. Oh, those guys don't have a problem rolling.
Yeah. So Even takes 4 damage. And yeah, he's just going to shoot you again with his second attack, and that is not a hit, but it is not a critical miss. And they're shouting at the guy to get up, and he's shouting back, I'm up! Get this thing off me! And Town Guard 3 goes, and he is toe-to-toe with Even, and he's prone on the ground. So I think he just stands up, is my first thing. And you don't have like attacks of opportunity or anything because you're not a fighter. So he's gonna stand up with the one action. I'm trying to get rid of his things. Oh, I can click them like that to get rid of them, right? There you go. Alright. I don't know why he's like sharp as blinded. But anyway, we'll figure it out. So he stands up, he is going to draw a melee weapon. What does he have? He has a club. So he stands up, draws a club, and tries to thwack you with it. And does actually thwack you with it. For 7 damage. Big hits on Even. Alright, that's his turn, and I'll figure the rest of it out. Frankko.
So you see as Frankko starts making his way through the bottom. I'm assuming the tower is kind of open that he can like run through the bottom
Yes,
of it.
correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So basically, he starts kind of like athletically tumbling and jumping through the bottom of the tower to get around and I guess kind of like over behind, if that works.
Yeah, I'd say you could do that. Yeah, you can move. Yeah, I think you have enough movement to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
And then he will stab at the guy that's here.
Okay. He is flat-footed now, so he's a -2 to his AC. That's still not good enough. So no, you have missed.
I guess I'll try again.
All right, you got to use the map -5, whatever.
Yeah.
That is a miss. And that was all your turn. That was one move and 2 attacks. Fumbar! You're up in the north, Fumbar.
Alright. Who's there over there? Puck is in that tree. Which tree? If I move to these bushes and I attack, I can then go back to cover? Or I could just kind of try to conceal in the bushes?
You can move 25 feet, you can then attack, and then you can take cover with the third action, if that's what you're asking, yes. Your bomb range is 20 feet, so if you're looking to throw it more than 20 feet, you're going to have a penalty on your attack, but you can do all those things.
Okay. What if... Let's see here. I'm going to move into this bush. And I'm going to throw... Let's see here. If I miss with Alchemist Fire, will it cause the Watchtower to go on fire?
No. So if you they don't have the weird like scatter rules and like in the old game. You can target the Watchtower specifically, but if you just throw it and miss, it's not going to just randomly catch the thing on fire anymore now. But if you want to start setting it on fire, you can just throw it at the big building, which is very easy to hit too, because it's a big building.
I see. What could possibly happen if it burns and there's fire everywhere and there's smoke everywhere?
I was gonna say, and smoke is the more
And
important
smoke
thing.
everywhere.
Yeah, and there are 3 other watchtowers that would definitely notice.
Fine. Okay, acid flask.
I'm telling you, man, you do Fumbar, bro. You do Fumbar.
Fumbar?
You be Fumbar.
I just refused the cleric.
Okay.
Clearly, just well intentioned. Yeah, we're all fine. I think we're all fine with playing the goblins. do you?
How strong is my acid? Is it enough to burn through one of the? Is a watchtower supported by just standard 4 pillars?
Yes, 4 very thick wooden pillars. You being a knowledgeable alchemist would not think that the acid would completely destroy a pillar.
Okay. If I threw an acid aiming at someone's feet, would the acid burn a hole, making them fall through the?
There is a chance of that.
Watchtower.
You do believe that if you lobbed acid up there, it might eat through the wood.
Okay. Would this like be a crazy skill check to do, or like I'm really good at doing?
No. So basically, you make an attack roll. You go to your whatever it is, inventory, and you have acid flasks.
Yep.
You click on it, and it'll give you a bunch of options. And you're going to be making an attack roll with it, and you're targeting the floor underneath him. He'll get some splash damage on him, but you're basically aiming. You're trying to lob it up and under him.
Okay. I remember last time we were doing this. It wasn't adding some sort of.
I think we fixed that, but let's find out.
Okay, so I'm going to try to aim at this guy's feet to try and make him fall through the platform.
Okay.
That's whichever guy is the northmost closest.
Correct. You go ahead. So mash the attack button there, and hopefully it has the +3 in it. Yeah, it does. So basically, it has +3 from your dex and +3 from you being trained. So you got a 13,
Great.
which is good enough to hit the ground underneath him, because again, it's a big wooden thing. So you lob it up, even with the range penalty, you lob it up, and you watch as this tiny little vial arcs and splashes underneath him. And he, I'm pretty sure, doesn't take a whole lot of damage from the splash. Do I have that up? Acid flask, 1 acid splash. So he only takes 1 splash damage, but the ground underneath him takes. I gotta do minus while I do that. Sorry. The ground underneath him does 1d6. So go ahead and roll the damage button there. 5. So yeah. So the ground beneath him begins bubbling, and it doesn't break yet, but it is bubbling underneath his feet.
Excellent.
And that's that. So town guard.
I now hide.
You now
Hide
hide.
in the bush.
Okay. Make a stealth check. Are you trying to hide or take cover? Because those are different things.
Let's say take cover.
Okay.
We'll just take cover.
Yeah, there's no skill check involved there. You're just using it. If you wanted to actually disappear from their vision, you would try to hide. All right.
Okay.
So on his turn, I'm going to say that basically at the end of his turn is when the acid goes down. So he's not really noticing the acid bubbling underneath his feet. He's just happy that he escaped the explosion. And he is going to turn and try to shoot at you, Fumbar. He doesn't like that you're lobbing things at him, so he tries to shoot you with a longbow. And a 23 is a hit.
What?
For
+7.
5 damage.
What?
Boom.
Is that like all my hit points?
No, you've got a bunch
No,
of
I
hit
have
points.
10.
He's going to try to hit you again, though. He fails. He does not critically fail, but he fails. And with his third attack, he blows on, or his third action, he blows on the whistle that he took out of his pocket. And you hear it's a very high-pitched whistle, like a signal whistle. And Squirrel.
Okay, this time I am going to hunt prey first to the whistleblower.
Mm-hmm.
So hunt prey, and now... Oh, and I will reload, because I didn't reload, and I will take a shot.
Okay. Oh. That's unfortunate.
Damn it.
You've got a hero point if you would like to use it.
Squirrel.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that is terrible.
Oops. There we go. Okay. So hero point used, and I just hit the same button, right?
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. That's a hit. And
Okay.
you do damage, and you have a crossbow ace button, right? You have a special button.
Right. And so that was with Hunt, so that means I
Yep.
do the crossbow ace damage,
Yep.
and then I also roll a 1d8. I think.
Yep. Let's see what you
Okay.
get. Yep. So he takes all 9 of that, and he is still standing, but very hurt. Even.
Okay, and I'm done.
Even's just gonna start biting.
That's what I do. Go ahead. A 16 is a hit. Shirag is
There
watching.
we go. Yeah.
Shirag is watching, and he wants me to throw Hellfire on you. You're rolling badly enough. You don't need Hellfire being thrown on you. Yeah. So that town guard is dead. So how does Even do that? Explain Even's bite.
So the guard turns and sort of looks as Frankko comes running out and swipes at him with the rapier. And as he turns, Even jumps up, clamps on here, and then just shakes and tears, and he just pours blood everywhere.
Where Frankko is the pinnacle of finesse and is just like sneaking his little narrow rapier into people. Even just bites off chunks and snaps necks. That was one action. Yeah, you have 2 actions left.
It's true.
What would you like to do?
How high is the watchtower?
It's 15 feet up.
I'm just thinking about whether climbing or running for the ladder is the smartest thing, but
The ladder would let you move higher, faster,
so
basically.
I could probably get up there.
In this turn, you wouldn't be able to get all the way up. Like, basically, when you climb, it's...
Then I'll just
Yeah. Good.
okay. So Even basically will glare at the second guy, the bottom guy.
Mhm.
And then he's just going to start booking it around the watchtower.
Okay. And was that glare an intimidating glare?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll an intimidation check. And while he's doing that, Puck, you can go. You muted, Puck?
I am muted. Yes,
Hey,
there we go. Let's see.
Yep. That is successful. He is intimidated.
So from here, 15 feet to the top.
Yeah.
Are we saying?
Yes, and you believe it would take you 2 moves to get to the top. You think it's double normal climbing. It's very
Gotcha.
easy to climb, but you do think it would take at least 2 actions to get to the top.
All right, I'll just move to the base then, kind of beneath, ready to catch this guy if he comes down. And I will, I can use an action to ready an attack if he falls through the floor.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it
that.
takes 2 actions to ready these days. It's kind of silly. So
I think that was 25 to. Yeah, that
Okay.
was 25 to there.
So you get under
So-
it and you ready to attack.
Yeah,
if
so
he
I'm just sitting there with the scissors.
falls. Watching the acid bubble and you're just
yeah,
waiting.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Town Guard 2 goes, and he sees Frankko is the person he sees, and Squirrel is shooting at him, or his friend, and missing. I think he's gonna try to shoot at Squirrel. Are you far enough away that it's actually a problem for him? You're 65 feet? I think the short bow is a 60-foot range. I think that's true. So he has a penalty. So yeah, we'll say he shoots at Frankko then. He's not going to take the penalty because they've been missing.
Yeah, I'll do a dodge on this one too.
Fair enough. He missed, and your AC goes up by 2. Is that what does the dodge do?
Yeah.
That is a critical miss
it's
because
not
of your
by
dodge. So he with a ranged attack. What are the odds? If this is a thrown weapon attack, it's not, and the target can hold the weapon. The target snatches the weapon out of the air and wields it. Let's just say you caught the arrow. So he shot you with his short bow, and you just have it in your hand. It was wide, and you were able to nail it. And so he looks at you kind of in shock, but snaps to and then takes a second shot. And a 16 is not good enough, but also not a terrible hit. So he does that, and then he takes cover near the edge of the wall. And Frankko.
Okay. So Frankko, after having done all this Rambo stuff, you see him kind of like shake off, and he assumes a new character, and first he starts singing a very annoying song. So that's this guy. So I assume that affects both of them.
It says a single enemy within 30 feet, so you have to be
No,
singing
expert.
at somebody.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, so I'm gonna choose the weakened guy.
Okay. And you make a performance check, and then what are you singing? You have any lyrics?
Well, I'm gonna do a spiel in a second.
Okay.
So let's just assume that this is just like a random annoying song.
Okay.
So what do I have to do? Performance check?
Performance, yes. It's a will DC. You have to beat his will. You have failed. Do you have any other bonuses that you're aware of? This one's not afraid.
I don't think so.
This one's not afraid, so no. You have failed.
Okay.
He's immune to your goblin song.
So hopefully it caught his attention at least. And while he's looking at Frankko, Frankko pulls out his puppet and begins to taunt him. And he says, "Acid splashing everywhere. Barber scalping off your hair. Being eaten by this guy. Many fun ways for you to die. Which one would you like to try?" And then he pulls out his. So I assume that's enough to. Let me do my intimidate thing
Sure.
here. So that is going to be. This.
No, that's not good enough either. That was a hilarious song. It's really too bad that wasn't. I want to give you a hero point for the song itself. Whether you use it now or not is up to you, but I very much enjoyed the song. So you can have one.
I'll use it now.
You're gonna
just
consume it immediately.
thematically. I mean,
No. Unfortunate, yeah. Excellent try, though.
Sing it again.
Okay.
Sing it louder.
Keep singing!
I've got a bunch more, but it just seemed appropriate for the moment.
Second verse, same as
He'll toss the star knife up at that guy.
Okay. That's a hit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. He's got, like, soft cover from the side. But he didn't
Yahtzee,
take
yeah.
it. Yeah, there you go. And he takes all of that, yeah. And he is barely alive. But still alive. Not for long, though. Because on Fumbar's turn, the acid goes. So go ahead and roll your acid
Yes.
damage again. It's just, I think it's 2d6 if you want to just roll it. I don't know if you want to scroll up and look for it.
I will find it.
You can scroll up and find it and mash the damage button again. It automatically ticks every turn unless you make a save to get it off, and the ground isn't going to make a save to get it off.
Wait. Okay. There you go. 1. What's really just 1?
That's enough, though. Yes, it is enough. When you fall, you can grab an edge as a reaction. So the ground, the wood underneath him cracks and gives way, and he makes a reflex save. Yeah, so it gives way underneath him, and he's hanging there. So he grabs the side, and like there's acid dripping and bubbling, and he manages to still somehow grab the side, and he's hanging there. So he is.
Is he within reach of myself at this point?
If you make a DC 5 athletics check, I will let you leap and stab
absolutely.
him.
Absolutely.
He's a little high for a goblin, but if you make a very easy athletics check, you can jump and stab him with your shield. You do, yes. That is a hit. And he takes 3 damage. And he is dead. So you watch again. He falls down and he's jerking around a little bit, and you leap up and nail him in the thigh, and he just begins bleeding profusely from it and collapses to the ground next to you. And
Okay.
he is dead. And that's Fumbar's actual turn.
Alright, Fumbar's actual turn. So I will run up over here, assuming that's where his dead body is.
Yes.
Rip whatever arrow hit me with it, and just stab him a bunch of times, the dead body with the arrow. A bunch of times.
That's
Squad
fair.
Screaming.
That's fair.
And that's my turn.
All right. Town Guard 1 is a dead one. I thought I removed you from initiative. Did I move somebody else? I don't think so. All right, so Fumbar's done. Squirrel's done. Squirrel goes. Sorry.
Yep. So hunt prey, load crossbow, take a shot.
That is not good enough. Even with him being scared. That's all. Yeah, it's all your actions. It's a lot to do.
That's it. That's it. Yep.
Even.
You can... Oh, I'm not. Okay. Even's just going to book it around the side. So 10 and 15 to get to the...
Yep.
And
That's
then
one
he's
move.
going to book it up the ladder.
Yep, you can get to there at the end of your turn, so you move up the entire ladder. If you make a climb check, because you can still horribly fail it.
Okay.
It's athletics, apologies.
Okay.
Yep, you're good. Yeah, so you get up the ladder really quickly and are done, but you're there and you see the elf there who's kind of shooting at Squirrel. As he hears you thump up the ladder, he turns and is just shocked at the alacrity of you, how quick you got up that ladder. And that's it. And it's Puck's turn. Muted again, Puck?
There we go. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm unmuting. I have to find the cursor on my myriad screens. Oh boy. Alright, I will follow even up the ladder. So that's 10 feet to get to the base of the ladder.
Okay.
Then, what's the...
You make an athletics check, and then you can get to the top of the ladder, too, if you want. But it takes 2 actions to get there, so it's your whole turn, but you'll be at the top.
Gotcha. Oh!
Yeah, you don't critically fail, but you fail to make progress. So you begin going up the ladder, and even though, like, it's a ladder, it's designed for this, you still manage to get, like, your legs stuck in one of the rungs, and you just fail to make progress up.
My fingers are slick with blood from the recent stabbing.
The shearing, yes. Town Guard 2, he has his bow out, and he was fighting with Squirrel, and he's visibly shaken, and he turns around and sees even the shark-jawed goblin run up, and he is freaking out. So he is going to drop his bow, draw his club, take a step, and try to fight you. I guess he's going to go... Yeah, that looks like a smart place for him to do it. He's going to try to hit you with his club. And he critically fails! Pulled muscle. Until healed, you are enfeebled too. I'm going to look at what that does, but it's probably not good. Yeah, so...
I think it's a -2 on anything based on strength.
Well, that's fantastic. So that's his entire turn. He had to... He moved, drew, and hit. So I will look that up while Frankko goes.
Frankko will pull out his rope, and you see as he's kind of like trying to line up his shot, and basically he's going to try to get throw the grappling hook such that it hooks onto the guy.
Oh yeah.
What should I roll to even just like get it up there first?
Do you have a ranged attack? Roll your star knife roll. We'll just say it's a ranged attack.
Okay.
So roll your star knife attack.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So it gets up there, and you're trying to hit him with it. Like you want to actually hook him or get near.
I'm trying to Yeah. He's trying to see if he can hook him. Yes.
You have successfully hooked him.
Okay. So then you see as basically Frankko pulls with all of his might to see if he can throw him over the side of the tower.
Make an athletics check to see if you yank hard enough. And he is enfeebled, so he has a penalty on strength-related things. Yes, you do. So you hook him with the grappling hook, and you give a wicked powerful tug for someone your size, and you watch as he falls over the side of the Watchtower, and the wood snaps beneath him, and he falls onto the ground. And I'll look up falling damage now, because I should have had that handy. But is that all your actions, Frankko, or you got more?
That should be two of them.
Okay, so you got another one then.
I guess. Well, is there any chance we can say that Frankko pulled him towards Frankko?
Yeah, I could say that he's there. I don't know if he wouldn't move like 2 squares though. He was here, so he wouldn't move adjacent to you. But yeah, he moved a little closer to you.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I guess I'll just get up in front of him.
When you fall more than 5 feet, you take bludgeoning damage equal to half the distance you fell when you land. He fell 15 feet, so he takes 7 damage from the fall. All right, that's
Just get in his
Frankko,
face.
and he lands prone on the ground there. And Fumbar. Muted, Mr. Fumbar.
Yeah. All right, I'm unmuted now. Is he pretty much incapacitated now?
No, he's on the ground, enfeebled and terrified. Oh, his frightened actually goes away after his turn, but enfeebled and on the ground, prone. He's still alive and functioning.
So is he moving around, or he's?
He
Like,
could move.
can
He could get up on his turn, but he is not paralyzed or anything like that.
Okay. Am I able to just run up to him and smash, like, potions against, smash things against him, like
Like
does that
bombs? Well, bombs have splash damage, so if you ran up to him and threw a firebomb in his face, you'd hit yourself and Frankko.
Yeah, but does Frankko have fire resistance?
I don't know. That's not something you discussed in the past, as far as I'm aware. You weren't very chatty on the boat. You said so yourself.
I see. Okay, well then, let's hope he does. I move 25 feet here.
Yep.
And from point blank range, I use Alchemist Fire on him.
Okay. So go ahead and make the attack roll.
Okay.
And yes, you very much hit. So do you throw it, or do you physically slam it against his face?
I physically slam it against his face.
Okay. Go ahead and hit the damage button. And Frankko, do you have fire resistance? Are you a Charhide Goblin? No. No. Okay, so Frankko takes one. Frankko takes 1 fire damage, and he only takes 2, so he didn't get it that much worse actually.
What's?
He is still alive, but he's on fire. So at the end of his turn, he takes fire damage and needs to make checks against it. So that was 2 actions, I think. You moved and you bombed him, so you can do something else. I should keep track of how many bombs
Let's see
you're
here.
throwing.
I have many bombs.
You used 2 of 10 so far. Alright, so you can use another bomb. You can stab him with another weapon. I guess you have to draw it, so you can't really do that. But you have another action. What do you want to do?
I will then smash we'll say, acid flask against his chest.
Hey, you're not immune to acid damage. You're only immune to fire.
Oh, really? Fine, more fire.
I mean, I
fire.
shouldn't tell you these things. Go ahead. So you
More fire.
hit the -5 one because you have to use the second attack.
Sure.
He is prone and he is not frightened but enfeebled. That is not a hit. So he takes splash damage. So you all just take 1 fire damage from the splash, and you don't take it because you are a charming goblin. All right, Squirrel, you're watching as Fumbar is like literally slamming fire bombs into his face, and Frankko is being caught in the splash.
Kill this guy just to stop all the damage to Frankko. All right, I'll move, load, and shoot.
So he does get a bonus because he's prone, but that
there we go.
yeah, that is good enough. So yes, you have hit him, and he is hunted. So you get your.
That was the first. Yeah, I get ace, and it's the first hit of the round to this hunted character. So there's also a 1d8 on top.
You rolled the strike for the ace, not the damage. You need to roll the.
Oh, sorry.
All good.
All right. Oops, I switched. Okay, so damage for the ace. There you go.
He takes all that.
And then the 1d8.
There you go. And he is dead.
And that's all right, and that's it for my turn too.
All right. That is everybody. So you've killed all the guards. Another well-placed bolt from Squirrel has ended it. And combat is over.
All right, so I think first order of business is I want to get up on the Watchtower with the spyglass and look around for who he alerted with the whistle.
Okay.
So I'll just scamper up there.
Sure. Okay.
And then should I do what is it? A perception check again?
Yes, correct. Another perception check.
Oh crap.
Yeah. Yeah, so you look around, and again,
which end of this spyglass am I supposed to look at?
So you don't see any of the other watchtowers, and looking around, you don't see anybody moving through the forest or anybody along the path. Again, the dockhand said that no one was due to come from the docks today, so it would make sense that there wouldn't be people traveling this road if it only leads to the dock. Yeah, but you don't see anybody, you don't see any watchtowers, and you are aware of where the town is, about 2 miles away to the southeast, but you can't make anything out around it. It's kind of it's thick in the forest, but you are aware of its presence. And yeah, you don't see anything else. Anybody doing anything?
Puck busies himself trying to cut the hair of one of the dead elves. Say, go back down the ladder and start messing with the guy that I stabbed.
Yeah, some acid might have dripped on that. I'm not sure. You're gonna have to be a little discerning in your clippings.
Oh.
I think Squirrel's going to ask while all this hair harvesting's going on, like, well, what do you do with all that hair that you've been collecting? Does it end up as a necklace or something?
The hair tells us of the stars.
So if I just watch you, does it end up going in a bag or something?
If you just watch me, I will take a few strands and braid it into a braid that I carry with me.
Ah, so there is a braid. Okay.
It's not attached to you, is it, or is it?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not attached to my person. It's like carried in a pouch.
Cool. Okay.
Hair rope.
Yeah. Yes.
So
that's the rope in my adventure. That's awful.
If you look at the guards, they have clubs, daggers, saps, scale mail armor. This is all for medium creatures, but you can make do if you need it. Signal whistles, longbows, and arrows. They shot a lot of their arrows, but they still have it. So I'm going to go ahead and add those to the common loot sheet. Does anybody want any of that off the top of their heads?
When Frankko goes and takes his star knife out of the town guard one that he threw it at, he'll grab the whistle from that guy.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and move one of the things to Frankko's. There's 3 whistles. So I'll move on to Frankko. Does anybody else want a signal whistle while we're here?
Even.
All right. Even will take a signal whistle. Frankko.
So even also starts dragging the bodies out of the clearing.
Mhm.
And while he's doing it, he starts sort of mangling them up. Starts like biting them.
For fun or for something?
Well, if somebody were to ask, he'd say something that animal attacks happen.
It's not wrong.
Fumbar, while Evan's doing that, Fumbar continues just kick and like scratch or basically beat the town, whatever the guard that hit him with a crossbow.
You just continue mauling him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Puck appears
He only helps-
unaffected by this as long as he doesn't go near the hair.
Fumbar only cares about that one guard that hit him.
Though, after a few seconds of cutting this one's, he becomes visibly agitated and starts saying nothing, 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 nothing.
These are not the hair guys. All right. Anybody doing anything else here at the Watchtower?
We get some heal, the med kit from Puck.
You're supposed to only do that once an hour, but I guess we'll say yes. You only want a couple miles, but let's just say, are you willing to? Are you willing to chill?
Everybody gather around, and I'll do the AOE. Right,
Oh,
if I blow an action, we're out of combat, right? So I
Yeah.
could theoretically do that,
yeah.
so everybody can get all the goodies.
Yeah, if you use the heal spell, yeah, you have a button there. The 3-action one. You disperse a positive energy in a 30-foot emanation, and you heal them all for 1d8 hit points. So go ahead and roll. I guess the button does it.
So canonically, he appears to pay particular attention to Even's wounds, having been fed by him in his crevasse in the ship when he didn't come out from, during meal times. So he seems to display a particular concern, I would say, such as it is. That's poor.
That's fine. It's health. Everybody heals 2 hit points. Baroop. So you're all a little worse for wear still. And I'd let you use medicine if you're willing to hang out. So are you pushing on immediately, or are you willing to hang out for like a half hour and then try a heal check?
Yeah, I feel like, especially with the signal blow, we should wait to see if anyone else comes up rather than stumbling into them. But
I
How
feel like
long do we think the whistle carries that far to the town?
You can make
I
a
know
survival
that.
check, yeah. Yeah, Puck does not. No.
yeah. I would hope not.
Yeah. Anybody else want to know how far the whistle went?
you got what did he get hurt listening?
Ow, my ear! Did you guys hear that whistle earlier? Wow.
Headache.
None of you believe that the whistle would have carried as far to the town or any of the watchtowers, because you can't see any of the other watchtowers and you can kind of see parts of the town. So none of you believe that the signal would have carried that far. All right, and we can do some healing if you want. Who's gonna try to do healing in this ragtag bunch?
There you go. That's better.
Okay. There's a button for this now, but okay, we'll use that roll. You rolled a 20, but let's see. Who are you trying to heal first? Even first? 'Cause-
An 18 wasn't a nat 20. but yes.
That's fine. So I'll just
yes,
mash this
even
button.
first.
So let's just I have to click on you first, Puck. Sorry. So let's ignore this roll. We'll say I actually rolled a crit. So like I said, we're ignoring the roll though. So there you go. You rolled you did succeed. So you rolled 2d8. Let me see. R2d8, and we'll use the button from now on. So even gets 10 hit points. Still heals him all the way. So Chris, if you go, you see at the bottom of your screen, there's like a macro bar. It should be like, I think, empty for you.
Yes.
If you click on the little folder there, do you see treat wounds macro?
Yes, I see it.
You can drag that onto the bar,
Done.
and then you select yourself and you mash it, and it'll automatically roll the check. And if it succeeds, roll the heal or the crit heal. So
Sweet.
try that, and then who are you healing next? Squirrel?
Yes. Whoever's like, basically after that, whoever comes up, I'll
Okay,
attempt to
good.
heal them.
Do it for Squirrel. Mash the macro. Click on yourself and then mash the macro. And we'll see how that works out for you. And remember, you can critically fail this and hurt them.
Nice.
Just so you're aware.
Yes. Hey, you're volunteering. Right?
Yeah.
You're walking up to the crazy bar.
Yeah, you have failed to treat Squirrel, but you did
But it
not
wasn't a
hurt him.
critical fail.
All right. So now for Fumbar, go ahead and try. And if you don't want the barber to
Alright.
do you, like, speak up.
Yeah, that's
Let's do it.
totally fine.
All right, go for it, Puck. You succeeded, and you got 6 hit points. There you go.
Oh, excellent. I'm all topped off.
Oh, I went the wrong way. I'm the best. So 9. There you go. You're full. And who else is hurt? You are,
Jeff,
Puck.
do you need? Yeah, I'll definitely. Nah, 1. I don't care.
Frankko
That's
is
fine.
not hurt.
All right. Yeah, I won't.
Okay.
I'm not gonna mess with this scrape. This doesn't concern me.
We got 40 minutes left. Let's take a quick bio break here. So everybody, go ahead, take 5. Do what you got to do, and we'll be right back.
We need more auto tune.
We need more auto-tune. That's the problem.
The kids.
That is what actually did it.
That's the way to get the kids.
And G-Pain's not even here, and I still get auto-tune thrown at me. Despite everything. Oh, Bijo's in the house, everybody. You were right, Bijo. I thought they'd get through 3 fights. We got through 1, and we have 40 minutes left. So we're going to get through 2, maybe. Bijo tuned in during session prep, and I was talking about how much I thought people would get done. And I always underestimate how... I overestimate? I underestimate how long things will take. Alright. So you guys have looted these guards. You've taken 2 whistles. There's a whistle left. I put it in the common loot thing if anybody wants it. And what do you guys want to do?
Which way are we
Press
supposed to go,
on.
Joe?
Southeast.
Toward the town.
Towards the town, yes. Just, yeah, heading out.
Yeah, let's do it.
All
Follow
right.
the hair. Follow the hair, baby.
All right. You continue on for a ways. And I'd like you to establish. So, are you doing the same thing you did before? Is Squirrel scouting ahead the same way that you were doing that?
Yeah, and I think Even was too, right?
Squirrel and Even are.
Both of us?
I thought Even was being stealthy.
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah.
Is that true, Even? You were being stealthy, not scouting ahead. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Squirrel scouting ahead, and the rest of you are coming in. I'd like you to set up a marching order, so I'm kind of just going to move you into this clearing over here near the tower. So Squirrel is obviously out ahead, so I'll take him out of it. But the rest of you, are you moving close together, or are you spread out and being stealthy? How are you moving through the woods?
Yeah, I would say Puck's kind of skitters from like alongside the party, wherever the bulk of the individuals are, and from crevasse to crevasse as permits.
And everybody else, are you clumping up? Are you spreading out?
I would say probably spreading out.
All right.
Sure, that sounds about right.
All right, everybody's spreading out. All right, cool. So you walk.
Weirdos.
Yeah. Well, it's. I mean, if you're being stealthy, it kind of makes sense that you would. Spread
Yeah.
out. I'm with you on that. So you're going for a while, and you come into a clearing. So I'm gonna dump you on a new map. I'm gonna activate that map, and I think it sucks everybody over when I activate it. Is that true? Still see you all on the Watchtower. Oh, I guess it's loading for you, and then
It's pulling me in.
All right,
I'm in
cool.
now.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, it shows me all your little name tags eventually getting there. All right, cool. So Squirrel's ahead of everybody, so you can be. I'm gonna put Squirrel up there, and I'm gonna move everybody else kind of down here. How far ahead does Squirrel usually scout? Are you just like a couple of moves ahead of him, or are you like way ahead of them? How far ahead do you think you scout?
Yeah, I think ranging between 25 and 50 feet ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So Squirrel, you get to there. Toss me a perception check, Mr. Squirrel. Okay. And you see what I have over here.
Oh, and I'm just gonna look if Tree Dweller applies here. Stealth, hide, sneak,
No.
survival checks. No, I guess not perception. Yep.
Okay. And everybody also, I guess I make a perception check against your stuff is what I do for that. The other way around. So
Do I need to do a stealth roll or?
no, so the way it works, instead of doing competing rolls, you have like a stealth DC, which is basically 10 plus your bonus. So it's like you have a flat.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So it's the opposite of that. So I'll just roll these. Alright, so... Yeah, so Squirrel, when you're getting out there and everybody else is a bit behind, so you can arrange yourself however you want in this big tree over here for the rest of the party, and Squirrel's up there. You are looking around. You
and I do, and just before
Good.
before you say, I do get a +2 on the stealth check.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
I assume that's up to a 17. Yeah, because I have a +5 and then another +2. I assume, or
yes, that is 17. You are correct. Okay, so you get to there, and you get to the edge of your trees, and you look out, and you see this forest clearing. And as you do, you see a elf and a bunch of dogs are moving through the forest. And you believe that they are obviously like a hunting party, something you've seen in your, they're looking to hunt some game. And as they get to there, one of the dogs begins sniffing and barking into your general direction. And we's gonna have a fight. Alright. Toggle combat states. Toggle combat states. Right? And I mash this button and it rolls everybody, yes. Is it gonna roll everybody? That's annoying. I can just roll it like that though. Alright. So
That's another one, folks.
Alright.
Big on the initiative.
You're great at it, yeah. Alright. What do I have? I don't have a different fight song. I have a different one for this one. Like that. Alright. So this elven hunter, his dogs seem to have noticed Squirrel as he was sneaking through the forest. They either heard you or smelled you, and now they're sniffing and barking in your direction. And Fumbar, you get to go first. You hear barking.
I defer.
Okay,
Or wait.
you can wait, yes. Even.
I'm gonna wait.
Alright, Frankko.
So each of us heard the barking.
Everybody can hear it. It's plainly
Okay.
loud, yes.
Okay. Franco will try to start carefully, like, climbing up the tree.
Okay, that's a climb check.
So, athletics?
Athletics, apologies, yes. Yup, you critically succeeded, so you get to move up 10 feet up the tree. We're now 10 feet up. I don't know how tall this tree is. Let's say it's only 10 feet tall, so you get to the top of the tree.
Okay. And he'll pull out his, he'll kind of like have his rope ready at his side, and that'll be it for me for this turn.
Okay. The elf hunter goes, and he is only vaguely aware of Squirrel. He hasn't actually seen him. So he needs to make a seek action, which allows him to make a fresh perception check. And I'll go ahead and roll it publicly this time. 23 against your 17 passive forest. So yeah, he makes out where you are. And he moves to over here and takes cover. So he begins shouting in Elven to his dogs, telling them to heal, come here. And the dogs begin to listen. So they all go in. That's actually really awesome that they all went together, so I can just do them all at once. So he tells them to heal, because he realizes that you're not just some kind of game. You're like a humanoid moving through the woods. So he tells his dogs to move back there a little bit. And we're to Squirrel's turn.
all right. So I'm
Come
gonna
on, Squirrel.
hunt.
Sorry, Even's coming off, yeah?
No, when Squirrel's done, go.
Okay.
And then I'll go.
Okay, so I'll hunt, and I'm gonna just say my crossbow is loaded.
Sure.
So hunt and shoot at the. All right.
Yep, he is taking cover.
Is that a hit?
That is not a hit because he's taking cover.
And then I will just reload the crossbow. Actually, am I in cover right now? You've got me kind of in a.
Yes,
bush
I'd say
area
you're
tree.
kind of in it if you want. Yeah, you could take cover there where you are.
Okay, so then I will just take cover.
All right. Even, you coming off delay?
Yeah, Evan's just gonna move and move to a different spot of cover.
All right, go ahead.
And he does that weird thing where he's sort of stutter stepping, and we'll just do a stealth check.
All right. Move where you're going to move. Make a stealth check. You got to beat their passive perception. And a 17 does, even for the dogs. So where are you headed to?
I don't know how to move around these rocks.
Well, I don't know where you're moving.
And is there a way to hold path?
There is. I forget what it is, though. Let me see if I can figure it out. It's, yeah, just right click. Yeah.
Okay, so that right clicking on a Mac while you're clicking is insane.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
can't do it. So that's 15. That's another 15. And he'll end up behind this rock.
Okay,
And
and you made a
so-
stealth check. And you become actually hidden when you do that because you're extra stealthy. And I don't have
Yeah.
loop on that music, so I'm going to play again and loop it this time. All right, that's Even's turn. Fumbar's still on delay, yes? Did you want to come off or you want to just keep waiting?
Yeah, I can go.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to move to this tree.
All right. Is that one move or two moves? or what?
And there's 2 moves.
All right.
And then I'm going to climb it.
Okay. You can climb it. You're going to get 5 feet if you succeed. Make an acrobatics check. Or, sorry, athletics, apologies.
That's under where? Attributes?
Under skills.
Skills.
Skills, athletics. And if you succeed, you go up 5 feet. If you crit succeed, you have regular succeeded. So you go up 5 feet up the tree.
Okay.
All right. And then it's Puck's turn.
All right, Puck will just attempt to move up and conceal himself in these rocks.
Get wedged.
Yeah, get wedged. What's my? Do I need a stealth check to make that happen?
You want to?
Sneakily?
Do you want to? You have half your speed and make a stealth check if you want to not be seen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. Yes. And you've beaten their passive perceptions. Yes.
All right. Very good. Hiding in rocks.
That is Puck's forte. It's fort. Frankko.
Franco's going to delay.
All right. The elf hunter goes, and I think he needs to be a little closer, right? Does he have a short bow or does he have a long bow? Great question. He has a short bow, and they have a range of 60 feet, I'm pretty sure. So I think he needs to move. He is 70 away from you, yeah. So he's going to move, I think, to there. And, oops, didn't drag on actually. So he moves to there, and he takes cover in the brush over here. So he moves, he's going to shoot, and he's going to take cover. And he is going to shoot his short bow at Squirrel, who shot at him. 13 is not going to do it, but it's not a critical failure. So he's done, and he's taking cover. He calls his dogs over and tells his dogs to stay. He calls one over and tells the other ones to stay there. And Squirrel goes.
And he's taking cover again? Is
Yes,
that right?
he's behind some foliage and he's taking cover behind it, yeah.
All right, well, we'll just shoot again. The crossbow's already loaded.
Oh, it is a critical success.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's ace damage.
You get ace, it's already loaded. You get ace when you load a crossbow or you hunt that turn, right?
Oh, you're right. It was already loaded. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I should have.
Yeah, use regular
mashed
damage.
This one.
Which is, yes. But you got, it's critical, right? So I double it.
Right.
Yeah, so he takes 4 damage. And
Okay, but
yeah.
precision still applies.
Yes, correct.
crossbow precision, so I will still roll the 1d8.
Correct. There you go.
Okay, so that's 5, and that's critical too, so that's a 10.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. There you go. You catch him in the neck, and he falls down dead.
Wow. Okay. What do the dogs do now? Now that they're over.
That's a
Now.
great question. That was only one action for you so far, or?
Well, and I do have some sort of animal skills. What's like animal handling and?
That's a fantastic question.
I have something called command an animal.
What is that? You issue an order. You make a nature check against the animal's will DC.
But I'm not standing that near them. I don't know. Would I just be
Yeah.
shouting out at them?
I guess you're just shouting at them. Yeah. You could also
Maybe
try to-
I'll try the same heal command that I don't know if you let me do it.
Yeah,
I'll
you
try
can-
this.
yeah.
I'll try to throw out the same heal command that I heard him give the dogs.
Okay, and you speak Elven there, so you heard the command. You're not just like mimicking sounds. So go ahead, make a nature check.
Right. A nature check. Oh
Yeah,
god.
no, it doesn't work. They're still barking and they're freaking out that their master has fallen down dead. And you have another action if you want to move or anything.
I think I'll take cover or hunker down or whatever.
All right, even. Muted. He's talking to himself.
It's bite versus bite.
Even looks at Squirrel and says, "Kill them."
I just shrug back. I guess so. I can't get him to calm down.
Try. I'll move forward, but try again.
Okay. Also, I bet some fire would freak him out, Fumbar.
No, I'm not getting that close.
Well, you can throw from 20 feet away
No,
and
fucking
further.
no.
If you take a -2 to hit, you can.
Ooh, there you can do it.
Yeah, the dogs know where you are. You're not hidden from the doggies. Is that all your moves to do that?
No. So I guess I could hide. How does it work? I don't know.
You could, yeah. So basically, I think you failed to do your sneakies, so you don't get your free hide. But if you actually burn an action, you can make another stealth check. And you roll the same.
Well, Yahtzee, motherfucker.
Fumbar, buddy. You were climbing a
Alright,
tree.
What can I do? I am climbing a tree. How high is this tree?
You're only 5 feet up. The tree is, let's say, it can be. Yeah, the tree is only 10 feet high, so you're halfway up it.
Do you get any bonus for the distance since you're up the tree? Like, is there any?
I don't think so, rules of the Witten, but I might just throw you a little bone there, yeah.
Sure.
Are you trying to lob at one of the doggies?
Well, I mean, just getting a fire going between us and the dogs might be enough to spook them.
Also true.
Okay. I will try to. Let's see here. I'll climb up again. First, for my first action.
Okay, so make an athletics check to see if you fall down or not. Nope, you do. You get to the top of the tree. You're 10 feet up in the air.
Great. And then I will go ahead and I will try to scare the dogs with a bolt of bottled lightning.
Bottled lightning, there you go.
Nice,
Alright.
nice.
So I'm not actually aiming for them so much as I'm just trying to spook them.
Okay. Yeah, so you pick a
Remember
spot
I'm
nearby.
like-
So go ahead, match the attack. You're trying to just get near him. You critically
Oh.
fail.
Oh god.
Okay.
What did he win?
What
Do you have a hero point?
Oh, you can use the hero point if you want, but don't look at the crit fail before you decide that.
No way, man. No, I want to see what happens.
You hit yourself instead of the target. You backfire.
Oh.
But
so-
I'm in a tree, so that's gotta do something else.
well,
Come on.
hit the
I'm
damage
gonna
button
fall
first.
out of the tree.
hit the damage button. I'm wondering, does this thing stun you? You become flat-footed. It doesn't stun you. All right. So the alchemist, Fumbar, hits himself for 4 damage. And you hear this zap of electricity happen in the tree.
Is it tree on fire or is it?
No, I would say no. I'm just saying you just zapped yourself. You basically went to throw it and you dropped it and exploded like on your chest and just started crackling with electricity on your chest. And the tree didn't catch fire or anything. No.
All right.
How are you flat-footed in the tree? You're still in the tree, but you have the properties of flat-footed?
Yeah, I guess. Flat-footed applies a flat like -2 to your AC basically. So he's kind of just like out of sorts in the tree. He didn't fall down. I'm ruling it.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
But you have 2 actions, or
All
1
right.
action left. You climbed. You got 1 left.
I curse very loudly, screaming.
I use an action to curse as loud as I can.
Throw another one.
Puck.
Puck will move and attempt to conceal himself in the next rock.
All right.
Yeah, get to that
in
hair
the rock line. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you find a nice crevasse there, and you
Yeah.
really wedge yourself in. You are completely invisible. Frankko, you're also in a tree.
Yeah. We kind of saw them coming for us. So I think Frankko will hook the rope onto the tree and dramatically swing down from it.
All right. Make a.
If that can be a thing.
That sounds like an acrobatics more than an athletics. So go make an acrobatics check.
Sure.
You do, and I will give you a hero point for your dramatic things. I gotta get better at giving those out for more people doing things.
So he'll get that, and then I guess he will start running forward. Get to there. Probably, let's see, maybe here.
All right.
He'll just go over with Even, I guess.
What up,
Behind
Ethan?
the rock.
How you guys doing?
Why not?
All right. I can remove that elf hunter from the combatant list. Guard dog 2. Which one is which? There's no labels on this one. Which one's which? I can hit this button and actually give them labels on your screen, so you can see which is which. Guard dog 2 is the one next to the guy, so he is just howling that his master is dead. But guard dog 3 and 1 are losing their shit. And guard dog. Well, yeah, they're moving into attack basically, and that's 20 feet. What's their speed? 30. All right, so they get another 10, and they get another. Yeah, so this is gonna come up to here, and he's going to try to bite at. I'll decide with the roll. 1 or 2 is Frankko. He chooses Even. Comes up to you, Even, and he tries to bite you with his jaws, and he fails. He critically fails with his jaws. That's what happens when you're old too, I guess. And he tries to bite you, but instead he has a creeping hesitation. This poor dog. He's flat-footed until the end of his next turn.
That makes sense. His owner died.
Yeah, he's in a mode. He's having
A bad
emotions.
bite.
And this guy's
He
gonna...
sees,
in a funk.
he sees the goblin has bigger teeth than he does.
Yeah. This one's gonna run around to the back over here, kind of run around Frankko, and he's gonna attack Frankko. But he's moving around. They're trained to fight this way, so they kind of swarm the enemy. And this one's gonna go at Frankko though. And
He'll do the dodge on the.
you are
first
dodging,
attack.
of course. He still makes it. You got a 20 AC. He got a 22 to hit, so it's a regular hit. So he bites you. He does damage with his jaws. He does 2 damages. And they're barking and growling and biting at your legs. Squirrel, the dogs are attacking.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try the command an animal again.
Okay.
So should I target one of the animals, or am I collectively?
Well, it says you automatically fail if the animal is hostile or unfriendly to you. So the ones that are actively fighting them, I would say that you
I
would fail
see.
there.
Right, you're
but
right.
the one howling, you might have a shot
okay.
with.
Okay, but he's not the issue right now. So I'll start by I'll do a hunt prey on guard dog.
One.
I'll do that one.
Mhm.
And then I can't remember if my crossbow's loaded or not. I don't think it is. I'll load it and shoot.
All right. And
No!
critical failure.
Stupid crossbow. Second time.
This goddamn
All right.
crossbow. Torn tendon.
Brain.
Until
So-
healed, you are
I'm
clumsy 2.
Clumsy.
Clumsy is
Okay.
minus. It's because you're clumsy 2. It's -2 to all of your dex-based skills.
Gotcha. All right.
It should
Okay,
automatically
so-
apply. There you go.
All right, and I will use the last action to try to command the one who's not expressing hostility towards us. So a nature roll.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to get it to heal, to calm down. That's all.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, so it's over there. It's howling, and you manage to. What exactly do you say to the dog? From this.
I'm using the same command, that heal command, which
Okay.
I assume is come over to me, right? That's how he used
Yes,
it.
correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just expect the dog to not attack and to come over next to me.
And it does. So it's howling, and as you issue the command, you kind of get the same kind of cadence in the voice, and you are
Gotcha.
somewhat surprised to see it start trotting over in a non-aggressive manner.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Come on over.
So yeah, so it trots over here, and it's a little suspicious and begins sniffing the air over here, but it stops, and it's not barking or aggressive like the other ones.
Got it. Okay.
Even.
Even's gonna rage and bite, and he just howls into the air and then goes to savage the dog.
Right. Which one are you biting? The one that's attacking you? 3?
The one that attacked me, yeah.
Yeah, alright. Go ahead, drag that rage onto your body. Boom. And then become a shark. Ooh, a crit! That looks
Oh.
fun.
There we go.
So there's like a crit damage one. If you go to the right side, yeah, it automatically doubles it. 22 damages? That's enough to kill a dog. They have 8 hit points, so... Describe what you do when you do almost 3 times the dog's hit points in damage.
He like gets a handle on the dog and bites through, and then like throws one of the bloody pieces at the other dog, and turns to the other dog.
Yeah, you've got another action. You raged and bit. You can do another attack with that -5 if you like.
I'll just glare at him and try to cowl him.
Okay.
Kind of here somewhere. That's it.
You need to actually roll an intimidate check, but yes. Fumbar, you get to go as even is glaring at a dog. It is visibly shaking. It begins whimpering, but is still growling at Frankko. Fumbar is...
I didn't want to do that.
Fumbar is jumping out of the tree!
Actually, sure, why not?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just joking!
Yeah, why not?
You can make an
Jump
athletics
out.
check if you want. I think athletics is jumping. Acrobatics is tumbling. I think athletics is jumping. Yes, make an athletics check. Yep, you jump out of the tree and manage to not break your legs jumping 10 feet down.
Fantastic. All right.
Yeah.
And right up next to the dog, and I will smash it with a fire.
So you're not a bomb thrower. You're a bomb smasher.
Yes.
All right,
For
so
now,
go ahead and, for now. Mash the attack button. That is not good enough. Yeah.
What?
That's not good enough. Yeah, even if he's afraid, he's technically afraid, and that's still not good enough. Do you have a
Alright,
hero
so
point
I-
left? Or did you use
I do.
yours? You should
Fine,
use
let's
it
do a
because
hero
there's only like 5 minutes left in the session.
All right, I'm gonna use it anyway. Yes. All right, what happens then?
You re-roll it. You just mash the same button again. Yes,
Ooh,
that
there we go.
is
Alright.
a hit, but not a critical hit.
Okay, roll for damage.
Yes. So he takes 5 damage, and he also takes 1 splash damage. Everybody but you takes 1 splash damage. You're not a Charhide
Excellent.
Goblin, right, Even?
Nope.
Alright. So everybody takes 1 splash damage. He is still standing, but he is now yelping because he's afraid and he's on fire.
Fantastic. Excellent.
And at the end of his turn, he takes fire damage. Puck, you're watching them eat and
Puck?
burn dogs.
Puck shrieks wildly and climbs out from his crevasse and charges the dog.
Okay. Yep, you hit the dog. 2 damage. Is enough, so that's enough. You wound it in the back leg, and it collapses, whining, still burning as it hits the ground. So it will continue to burn, but it is done. And we're back to Frankko, who is still in a tree, or where did Frankko go? Oh, no, Franco's down there, I'm sorry.
I'm down there, yeah.
You're in the mix.
So sorry, I missed it because I flagged out. What's the deal with Guard Dog 2?
So he's responding to my command, and in fact, I would like I'm gonna try to wave off any more hits on it and I'm gonna try to pull out the treats, the grain that I got from the dock that I was reserving for the pigeon that I'm carrying around. I'm gonna try to see if I can just give the dog some of the food and see if it responds. So I'm trying to wave you off from any attack.
Okay. Well, so seeing what's going on, Frankko will kind of run over towards where Squirrel is and take out a flute and start playing some very calming music.
Love it.
Soft
So
jazz.
Yeah, something of that nature. I assume that's what...
That's not great, but it's not terrible. You're not blowing bad notes that dogs get angry about, but you're not really calming him much either.
Dog thinks it's a bird or something.
You didn't choose to use the high-pitched whistle.
That's
So.
true.
Not the whistle, correct.
So it's the dog's turn, but technically this is when he would have moved. I think I moved him on Squirrel's turn last time.
True. So then he would have.
Yeah, he trots over, calmly but scared and concerned. So Squirrel, you get to make another nature check with a +1. Because grain isn't a great dog treat. It's just, it is food.
No, it is not a great.
It is not a great dog
but
treat.
it is food.
And you are trying to offer it to him.
I will just run nature again.
Yep. Yes, crit success, and you're this close, and you're offering him food. Yeah, so.
This dog loves grain.
Yeah.
And I try to pet the guy on the head. And
yeah, so we'll just hand wave it. He trots over, and he is very submissive in his posture as he trots over to you. And
there we go.
That's the combat. So we got like 2 minutes left, so I'll stop the music and I'll go back to nice music. Anybody want to do anything during the end of the combat?
Puck clips a small lock of the dog's hair.
Does it go in your braid?
I assume these are dogs that are not common to
Yes, they are strange. They are strange to you. They are a breed unknown to you.
Yeah, totally.
Somebody else do anything?
Yeah, so I don't know if we're technically in downtime or whatever, but I would try to do a train animal just to get the dog to respond to some command. I know there's a list of them, right?
We can talk about that on Discord. So we're not actually in downtime. We're between this and exploration. So you can keep him around, but you can train him if we actually spend some time. Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. So the elf hunter had on him a short bow, arrows, leather armor, a rapier, and a mine gouch, like a kind of a nice fancy dagger, fencing dagger. And I will add all those things to the sheet. If you care.
What does a mine gouge do?
Mine gouge. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sure it's like French and I just butchered it. But if I hit that, does it go to the thing? No? No, that's annoying. Can I drag it into the chat or something? How does that work? Nope, I can't.
Uh-oh. I just did something. Sorry. Oh no, it's back. I thought I dragged it out. It disappeared for a minute and then returned.
It's a parrying dagger. It features a robust guard to protect the wielder's hand. Does 1d4 piercing damage. It's agile, disarm, finesse, parry, and versatile slashing.
Sounds like a Frankko thing.
That sounds like a Frankko.
Yeah. If you'd like it, it's yours. You can look it up. It's in the loot. The dogs don't have any loot. One of the dogs is loot though, because you get to keep it.
There's no poop bags that come with the dogs.
No. You don't find. There's no poop bags. This elven ranger is not very considerate in that regard.
A jerk. He's a
Oh,
jerk.
cool. Did you do something to make it do that, or did you just drag it and it did that?
I just dragged it to me.
Oh, that is so cool. That like it warns me that you're stealing things from the loot. That's good. I was worried about that because I was worried if you could just add items to it, like add a bunch of gold. Anyway, that's the session. Anybody want to do anything else with these dog corpses or elf corpse? Okay.
I don't think so.
We should drag them somewhere.
You want to
Puck.
hide them?
Puck cuts a single, starts to cut a single lock from the hunter, and again seems like visibly disappointed and annoyed, and immediately abandons.
Okay. These guys are nobodies. This hair is worthless. I don't want this on my braid. Like it, motherfucker. Alright, yeah, so we're calling it there. Do we have morals? Was anybody collecting morals during the session? Yes, no?
I don't think so.
Ooh. Does anybody remember any quotes or anything that kind of captures the essence of the session?
You're
or
not a
anything
bomb thrower, you're a bomb smasher.
Bomb smasher. Yes.
That's good.
I like Puck's hair rope. Now that we know he's braiding hair into a rope.
Anybody want to second
The
any of that?
conditioner on his hair does it whenever it's told.
Alright, I guess we can do that on Discord. We'll talk about it some more and get one of the morals out. Anybody for MVP, who do you think was either the most interesting or the most combat capable, and why?
I liked the acid bomb toss at the base of the tower.
And the bomb smashing. That was
Yeah, there was a lot of excellent
tower.
excellent bomb behavior. I appreciate Fumbar's contributions to the insanity.
Your
Jumping
thugs
through their
probably
guys is
would
pretty
disagree
good, too.
slightly on that, but
Splash damage is fine. I didn't know you were in a Charhide
yeah.
Goblin.
Is no one else a
Squirrel
Charger?
also, right? Like this whole second battle, he basically
Yeah.
slaughtered the hunter.
Yeah,
like,
he's the
eating
one who's
dog, which is pretty damn cool.
actually responsible and useful. He's like
like
guiding
getting up
the
people's spy
guiding the interview. He's like scouting the stuff. He's suggesting we take people alive. Unless they're just friggin' bonkers.
Alright. Any more nominations? Okay, you can do a /GM to talk to me, or you can just say it out loud if you want to just vote publicly for your MVP choice. Other slash. The other way.
Sorry.
Good
That's
thing
why
you
I
did a
just say
test message.
method.
That's good, yeah. Yes, that's correct.
I know I don't know.
It's good. It's wise to know what you don't know. I got 2 votes. Is anybody else voting?
Yeah.
GM. Hit me. Naj usually votes for himself, at least in the other campaign. I don't know. Oh, did he leave? I think he dropped. Yeah.
We did.
Yeah. He's on California time. Jeff is too.
Yeah, I gotta go upstairs after this.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, the lag in typing is awful.
Really?
Is anyone else getting? Yeah.
I haven't noticed that. Okay. I got 2 votes. Looking for Jeff's vote. Squirrel, you are the MVP.
Hey!
Congratulations. There's
Wanna
no
thank
reward
all
for it
the
currently. I
Crazy
don't-
goblins who
Maybe I'll change
lofted
that
me into
soon.
this
But
position.
you are an amazing ranger, Mr. Squirrel. And that's it.
Had some good shots. I'll All Squirrel does is pat his crossbow. It's like it's all in this. It's all in this.
All right, everybody.
What's that line from Full Metal Jacket? This is my crossbow. How does it
This
go?
is- This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Very good. Hey, thanks, Joe. Great
Yeah,
session.
yeah.
Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. The like 5 or 6 people who were watching. Hey, talk to you guys later.